Well, welcome back to the Broward County Stadium on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here on a cloudless sky. There's not a single cloud here. And we just witnessed match number 16 earlier on, Virginia Bears versus the Titans, where the Titans won by 24 runs with the help of the blades from Kalicharan and Aditya Varadarajan. Superb game. The Titans won convincingly. And now we have match number 17 between the Samp Army and the Tampa Tigers. The Samp Army batsmen Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu are at the crease, and the fielders are getting set in position, and so very well set is Kimberly on my left in the commentary box. Welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you, Doc. It's a wonderful day here. Thank you, Doc. It's a wonderful day here. Cloudless day here for real.
As Amir Jangu gets ready to face the first ball from Bhaskar Yadaram. And he bowls, and it's a wide. Starts off with the wide extras. Straying his line on the leg side, and the ball flies to the keeper. We've seen some balls keep low on this track earlier. This is the same track, Kim, that was used yesterday and today also for all the three matches. So it's been a track that has been used, and what we've seen, some of the balls have kept low, particularly when the spinners have come on. Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu, the opening pair for the Samp Army. And he repeats his performance again, straying down the leg side with a second wide. Two freebies for the Samp Army without the ball hitting the bat. And we've seen that the extras have played an important role, Kim, in some of the matches. And that's kind of, the unforced errors in tennis, the freebies in some of the sport. These are you have to earn your runs. We really have to earn your runs to make the batsmen earn the runs.
Yep.
Don't give them any freebies. So let's see if Bhaskar gets his line right. He's bowling right arm over the wicket. He's coming in towards the commentator's end here at the Broward County Stadium. And this time it's a better length, bang on target. And Amir Jangu is just pushing it back to the bowler. So how has been your stay here, Kim, in southern Florida, Kim?
Been wonderful so far, Dr. Mitha. Really enjoying my time here for sure.
Yeah. Weather is pretty similar to what it would be in Jamaica at the moment?
Yes, very, very.
Good. As the first over continues here, Samp Army 2 without loss. Both runs going to extras as wides. And we've had three wides. The umpires have had some exercise using their supraspinatus and shoulder muscles. Talking about umpires, we have two umpires in this match, Avik Gangopadhyay and Conrad Rogers. Kim, and did you know that Avik Gangopadhyay, he's a PhD engineering genius. He's an engineer and works at NASA. And I met him before the start of the match, and he could only tell me a little bit about what he exactly does. But a brilliant man, and he is one of the umpires along with Conrad Rogers. And this time he bowls a good length delivery, just pushes it back past the bowler, and they run across for a quick single, opening his account, Amir Jangu. So three wides of the bowl of this over so far, and Johnson Charles will now be at the crease.
Well, Doc, we have seen Johnson Charles opening this innings here. A couple days ago, he came down the order, didn't have much to do with the bats, and now they want him to have a go, so they sent him out early today.
Let's see what he produces. The captain of the Samp Army is Abraham Pinner. The vice captain is Monang Patel. Monang Patel, who also happens to be the captain of the USA cricket team that has been playing internationally. And this time he's straying down the offside. So Bhaskar is having a bit of trouble, Kim, getting his line in order, straying on the offside and then on the leg side. It's first over of the match for him at the moment, so long ways to go.
Yep, it's a long over, 3 extras in it so far. And if you can see the field setting when Johnson Charles, he's on strike, they wouldn't mind getting him out pretty early because he can be destructive to the bowlers.
And this time he swings and misses. That was a much better delivery. And that time Johnson Charles attempted to hit it over mid-off area and completely missed it. So 3 without loss. 4 legal deliveries have been bowled. And I think the word legal deliveries is used primarily by the West Indian commentators. Commentators in India do not use the word legal delivery.
What do they
So
use?
when I've done commentary with some of the West Indies cricketers, they have used the word legal delivery. So rest of them are illegal? No, they are not. But just a point.
Yeah.
That's a better delivery. He guides it towards the point area, straight to the field. The ball traveling quickly and not giving Johnson Charles a time to get a single as he remains on 0.
But as you mentioned, that he needs to find his line there. He seems to be getting closer and closer to the half stump, where you're seeing him trying after about 6 deliveries ago.
Yeah, he will be bowling his 10th delivery of this over. So he has certainly made it into an elongated over. This time he bowls well, and it was placed nicely towards the short mid-off, and he had a swipe at the non-striker's end, and overthrow results, and 1 extra run that Johnson Charles wouldn't mind as he opens his account. Johnson Charles on 2. Amir Jangu yet to open his account. At the end of first over, Samp 6 without loss, Kimberly.
Yes, it's a very long over there. So 6 runs from it. Long. Wouldn't want to bowl on a long over like that again. He seems to find his length there, line and length now. Well, we're seeing an aircraft. Seems as if somebody's coming in to Florida. Some persons are coming in to Florida. Just saw that on the monitor here in the commentary box. Doc?
Yes, we've seen quite a few planes fly by, and I think Lenny even saw his plane taking off, Spirit Airlines. And he was certainly in very high spirits when Lenny saw his plane fly over the skies here in southern Florida. Amir Jangu, Trinidad and Tobago player, played for the Red Force. He's a wicketkeeper batsman. Opening batsman is played CPL also in the for the Trinidad and Tobago franchise. And Johnson Charles, of course, played for the Samp in the recently concluded Abu Dhabi T10 series, where they bagged the 3rd position for, not bad for the first time attempt for the Samp cricket team. Business-minded Ritesh Patel is the gentleman who put together the Samp franchise. As we see the 2nd over start, and this time it's slightly outside the off stump, and the stylish Amir Jangu just pushes it on the offside. No run. Ritesh Patel, of course, the brain behind the Samp franchise, and has done great work putting his team together and participating in the recently concluded Abu Dhabi T10 tournament. And of course, Johnson Charles, one of the key players of that team that traveled to Abu Dhabi. And this time, Mario Loban is drifting down the onside and gives up another wide. So we've had a flurry of wides from either end of this ground, as the fast bowlers are struggling a bit to get their line in order. Came at the present time as Amir gets settled down to face from Mario Loban. And this time it was tucked away to square leg as they take one. Slight misfield, but doesn't cost them anything. The left hand right hand combination, Kim, always poses issues for the bowlers.
Yes, indeed.
And when the positions keep changing, that's why that could be one of the reasons why both the bowlers at either ends are having some trouble getting the line in order.
Yep.
And we are seeing a flurry of wides that have resulted so far in this innings.
And 4 extras already on the board. So that could be a factor, as you mentioned there, Doc.
For the Tampa Tigers, the captain is Prahlad Madhubushi, who is a Tampa native, an ardent cricket fan himself, has been closely associated with the cricket here and the CC USA as well.
He played in the Legend Tournament.
Yes, indeed. Prahlad Madhubushi donning shirt number 10. And we are certainly enjoying the weather here in southern Florida as the Samp Army. And by the way, did I tell you that it's pronounced in English as Samp, but actually it is Samp. I'll tell you more about it in a second as Mario bowls his next delivery. And outside the off stump, and he heaves it over deep mid-wicket, long on area. And I think it might have just hit the rope, so it's been declared a 4. But what a lovely shot from Johnson Charles. Beautiful shot, Kimberly, as we see the replay.
Yes, we're looking at that now. He gets underneath it quite well where he wants it, and he punishes it where it to go to the boundary for 4. That was a beautiful shot there by Johnson Charles, checking to see if it bounces on the rope or inside, but umpire signal a 4.
Yeah, the first boundary of the innings for Samp Army. And this was a deft placement as he just guides it over to third man. And there's a fielder on the boundary. They get a single. But Kim, what I was telling you earlier is Samp in our language Gujarati, which is from the state of Gujarat in the western coast of India. Samp means unity, togetherness. And Ritesh Patel and his entire team have this concept of unity. Let's all be together as one, and that is the reason why they call it Samp Army. Okay. But if you pronounce, if the words are S-U-M-P, it may have a different connotation.
Okay.
And this time he hits it up in the air, deep on the long off area. They take one and come back for the second. There was no chance of a catch there because it was up in the air and way past the inside circle as they come back for 2. So 17 for no loss. And so that's why it is this Samp Army, a symbol of unity. And that is what Ritesh Bhai and his group have put together as the name. And they've had a franchise that have in Abu Dhabi, and it's going to be increasing, and they have been providing this players with a platform as so many other teams, just like the Tampa Tigers and all the other teams that we have seen here at the US Open. And I think this is the platform that Mr. Qureshi has provided for so many years, for so many players that have come here and display their talent through different owners. So kudos to all the owners and all the players and administrators, and of course Mr. Qureshi for all the yeoman work he has done for over a decade here and at this ground here at the Broward County Stadium.
Doing well. So 17 runs on the board already. 2 overs completed. This partnership is just 17. They're going at 8.5 runs an over. If you're just joining us, you're tuning in to maqtv.com. It's the 14th staging of the US Open Cricket. And I'm here along with me is Dr. Mitha.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be with you, Kim, and describe the game for all the viewers here on MAQ TV. And that was a good delivery that had a slightly awkward bounce that took Johnson Charles with a bit of surprise. As Yadram, I apologize, is bowling a better line in his second over so far.
He seems to find it there, Doc, come back, because he have given away so many extras in his first over. So seems to be cutting his speed to find that line. The length is already there. Just correcting the line.
And look at that shot. That one has a 6 written all over it. That is a wonderful strike by Johnson Charles. He just heaved that one over deep mid-wicket. And that had a 6 written all over. Kim.
Yes, checking the replay, he gets on it, and he's known for those. So once you give him right in his slot, he's going to punish it, and that was a good shot for a 6, a US Open 6.
So you have a man from Trinidad and a man from St. Lucia. Johnson Charles, of course, from the lovely island of St. Lucia. And this was outside the off stump, and Johnson took a swipe at that one, wanting to hit it over the mid-off fence, but misses it completely.
Well,
and
we saw him getting back in the West Indies 11 in the World Cup. Well, we know that the West Indies didn't advance to the second stage, but he's really playing some good cricket and getting himself back into form.
Yeah, I was talking to some of our fellow commentators and talking about the performance of the West Indies team in Australia. And one of the comments I heard was, a lot of the players who should have been in Australia are playing in Florida.
Well, maybe they didn't have a choice but to be here playing in Florida. Maybe it's because of some circumstances.
Again, straying down the leg side, and this is going to run away to the fence again. 4 wides, again given by Bhaskar Yadram. These are the runs that can come back to hurt them, Kim, at the end, because the freebies are the tough ones.
Yep, and that's 9 extras there. Have to try and control themselves, have to try and discipline themselves, get it right. 9 extras gone already. We're just in the 3rd over.
I think if Johnson Charles continues, we are in for a treat, Kim, with the batting talent that this man has. And this time he tucks it away to square leg, and they take a single, and score now moves on to 29 without loss, and Johnson Charles moves on to 16. I've had the good fortune of visiting the lovely island of St. Lucia, and one of the first matches I covered was at the Beausoleil Stadium, and of course now the Darren Sammy Stadium, and a lovely facility. So Johnson Charles comes from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. Have you been there?
No, not yet.
Which other islands have you visited other than your home island of Jamaica?
The US.
The US, okay. Well, you have to go to Trinidad to visit Vinod Mamchen and his friends. It's a lovely island, very hospitable, I might add, as well.
In the future, I will.
And this time, this is a lovely stroke. Lovely stroke, full face of the bat, full swing, and it goes straight in the long on boundary for 4.
Yeah, checking the replay. He approaches that one very, very viciously, and he punishes it and picked up a 4. We are in for some fireworks. I can feel it that we're going to get some fireworks in this innings here.
Yes, and the right-hand, left-hand combination that we spoke about earlier is so crucial. It does throw some of the bowlers off, as we have seen Bhaskar Yadaram particularly stray as he bowls the next delivery and is outside the off stump, and he cuts straight to the fielder at point. But the left-hand, right-hand combination does create headaches, and I think the good bowlers will get adjusted quickly to that fact. However, the bowlers who are the amateurish will have a tougher time getting adjusted.
So 3 overs completed, 33 runs on the board already, 10 runs. Wow, this is an expensive over. 16 runs from the over here, and they're going at 11 runs and over, Doc.
Yes, Lenny, our fellow commentator, Lenny of course comes from New York. Lenny originally from Guyana, one of our cream commentators here in South Florida, has given me the West Indians that are currently in Florida playing: Johnson Charles, Rakeem Cornwall, Shea Hope, Hemraj, Sherfane Rutherford, Romario Shepherd, O'Dane Smith, Shannon Gabriel, Hayden Walsh, Yannick Caraya, and Pierre. I apologize. So you have a whole team here that Lenny just gave me, and so right that a lot of these players perhaps would have been in Australia, facing the mighty Aussie team.
Well, they're currently not doing well at all over there in Australia. Australia are dusting the West Indies.
And the Bangladeshis were clearly expressed their supremacy over India, as we see the next over being built. And this is hoisted over deep mid-wicket fence for a mighty 6. What a lovely shot by Johnson Charles. Another lovely 6. He's so strong on the onside. There was in the slot, asking to be hit. And
well, he didn't even attempt to run, because the minute that left the bat, he knows that it was going for a maximum. Wonderful shot there by Charles.
Yeah, Charles moves on to 22 of 12 deliveries. Amir Jango is on 8. And the score is 39 without loss. Samp playing against the Tampa Tigers here on game number 17 here in Florida, as Marlo Loban gets into his run-up. And this time he picks out the square leg boundary and places it beautifully for a 4. Lovely shot, back-to-back high-scoring shots, a 6 and a 4. Look at that.
Look at it. Pulls it well. The bowler, he's under pressure. Mario, he's under pressure. 10 runs from 2 deliveries. I told you we're in for some fireworks here today, Doc.
Yes, indeed. And as one of the fellow commentators, Vinod Mamchan, would describe it, he pulled it with utter disdain. That's what he would say. But that was a classic West Indian stroke that you would love to see.
And he's known for that.
And look at that again. We talked about fireworks. Fireworks have come here. And Christmas has come early for Johnson Charles. Another majestic 6 over the mid-wicket fence. And Johnson Charles is on fire.
Yes, looking at the replay, the bowler seems to cut the speed of that, but he picked it up early and he punishes it way over the fence for a colossal 6. And he's definitely under pressure. Charles added more pressure to Mario.
Yes, the first 3 deliveries have 6, 4 and 6. And Mario Loban must be wondering, what am I going to bowl next to Johnson Charles?
That's 16 from 3. They're having a chat with him.
Johnson Charles in supreme confidence. Let's hope he continues those fireworks. And this time he just pushes it to mid-wicket. and they come back for a quick single. Smart cricket, because he knows he's got enough in this over. Continue to rotate the strike and get Amir involved in the mix as well. Amir has faced only 7 deliveries and has scored 8 runs. Johnson Charles has had the bulk of the strike and of course has scored the bulk of the runs as well.
Yeah, and that single brings up the 50 for Samp Army.
What a lovely shot this is from Amir Jangu. This is why I like the left-handers. That's style and there is charisma. There's a lofted straight drive, as you can see here.
Well, he picked it up early. Seems as if he has gotten his license to drive here in Florida. Drives it down the ground and picked up a 4. He's really under pressure. Mario, he doesn't know what to do now.
21 runs already off this over. And this time he misses. So an expensive over by Mario Loban. 21 coming off this particular over. And that's important what Johnson Charles is doing. He hit the 6, 4 and a 6 and took that quick single to rotate the strike so that Amir is in the mix as well. And score is now 54 for none. After 4 overs, Kim. Pretty healthy run rate.
Yes, that's a good start there by the Samp Army. They are going at 13.5 runs and over, 9 extras given unto them, but they're really making use of the power play, really taking advantage of it. 54 runs from it, and if Johnson Charles continue this way, maybe they will see about 80 runs at the end of their power play.
Yes, indeed, Kim. Johnson Charles has really hit some lofty shots. He's obviously known for his power hitting in the T20 format, and he is known with his batting prowess. He's hit a lot of runs against India also. I remember the T20 semi-final in Mumbai in 2016. When his power hitting came to the forefront. 52 of 36 is what he had hit, Johnson Charles. So he's a man of international reputation.
Oh, yes, he is.
Lahul Nahian is the new bowler. And they take a quick single as the 5th over is in process. We are witnessing game number 17 here between Samp Army and the Tampa Tigers. And we are seeing some brilliant display of batting.
Yes.
Not only by Johnson Charles, but Amir Jangu as well.
He's on 12 from 9, and Charles is on 34 from 16. They're going good, so they know that the West Indies doesn't play spin well, so they introduce spin in the attack, so he quickly get off the strike there, Doc.
Yep, that is the idea, and Lahul is going to be bowling left arm over the wicket to the left-handed Amir Jangu. Going to bring the ball into the left-handed batsman, and this time it's a full toss taken on the full, and he places it beautifully past the square leg boundary for 4. Thank you very much, Amir says. And 4 more added.
Yep. So he steps across pretty early, looking at the screen here, and get it well, and punishes it and runs away to the boundary for 4. So Django, he has joined the party as well. 59 without the loss of a wicket.
If they continue and not lose wickets and continue the momentum, I think, as you said, Kim, we are in for a big score. And this time, look at it. He took his time and he lifts it over the deep mid-wicket fence for a mighty 6. Amir Jangu has come to the party, as you said, Kim.
Yeah. Just look at him. Shaped himself properly, control that shot and put it away Wonderful shot. Look, that reminds me of a shot that Nicholas Puran loves to play. And 65 on the board already.
Yes, I think you are so correct. The way Nicholas Puran plays, getting his left foot out and transferring his weight. Now he goes to left arm around the wicket, and the results are quite similar as the ball is deposited in the mid-wicket fence way over on the other side. And this is going to be tough to find that ball because this one went even farther than the previous one.
Yes, it does. A repeated shot. And he did what he was supposed to do, put it away. He banks that one for a massive 6. Well, they're having a chat with him, an expensive over. I think 17 runs from the over so far.
Yes, lots of headaches for the Tampa Tigers at the moment. How do you contain these rampaging openers at the present time, as they have mustered 71 runs and this over has already fetched them 17 runs. And not only was Johnson Charles the one who was attacking the bowling, but now Amir Jangu, as you said, has joined the party as well.
Yes, he moves up to 28 from 17. Johnson Charles, he's at the non-striker end, just watching. Don't want to get on strike because we know that they don't play spin quite well. And Django, he's having a party. He's enjoying the dance.
Yes, as we said that the ball was struck even harder than the previous stroke. So it has gone way deep into the mid-wicket fence, and two fielders actually went in the heavily grassed area way beyond the boundary that you are not able to see on the screen at the moment. But what is happening is they are trying to find the ball, and whether they will be having a replacement if the ball is not found, we will wait and see. But looks like the fielders are coming back.
Well, they seems not to retrieve that one. They're duck. So the third umpire, he's going out with some, or the match referee going out with some new balls there, Doc?
Yes, I think when the ball goes over a certain distance and you're going to have such amount of time that is going to be wasted, then these things could be addressed so that the game can continue to move on. But it gives both Johnson Charles as well as Amir Jangu a brief break to get a beverage, get them rehydrated, and the players are just having a brief conversation amongst themselves as they get a break as well. And the third umpire is slowly making his way towards the two umpires.
Yeah, and I'm sure the viewers on maqtv.com, they're enjoying that. They're loving it. They're in tune for some fireworks, and they're getting that from Johnson Charles and Amir Django. Yeah, Django, he's on 28 and Charles on 34. A good going, a partnership of 71 runs. They're going at 15.2 runs and over. Well, they're taking advantage of both the bowlers and the power play.
Yes, this reminds me of the multiple lost golf balls that Vinod has deposited when he plays golf, because he can never hit it straight. He likes to hit it over mid-wicket and cover drive when he plays golf. But here he tucks it away to square leg and they amble across for an easy single. And the score ticks along to 72 without loss. I've told Vinod many times that in golf you only play the straight drive, but somehow he wants to exercise his cover drive and hooks over the square leg area, but doesn't work like that.
You have to drive straight. So that single takes the score to 72, makes that 18 runs from the over. Another expensive over here, Doc.
It certainly has been, and what first 5 overs we have seen, Kim. And this one is flighted and he just plays it back to the bowler. So this is the end of over number 5. 72 without loss. Amir Jangu on 29. Johnson Charles 34. As we will welcome Ivor Henry and Professor Vinod Mamchan to the commentary box.
Thanks a lot, Doc and Kim, as we continue here to bring you coverage on MAQ TV. Don't forget to subscribe and to like and to share. And also on MAQ TV YouTube channel, as I welcome Ivor Henry.
Yes, good afternoon, Vinod. Good to be in your company. And again, we're bathed in sunshine here at the beautiful city of Lauderhill. Day number 6.
It has been absolutely magnificent. No moisture at all since Monday.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, really magnificent weather here for this US Open. 72 without loss after 5 overs. And it's going to be Honey Gory. Django is hitting it down the ground. That's a big one. That's 6. That's all the way to the swap shop.
Going shopping. It's the Christmas time here in this part of the world, so it's time for gifts. And that was a nice gift, well wrapped. And of course, Django doing the Django.
Well, Honey Gory holding that outside the awesome. That struck the sweet part of the bat.
Yes, he's under the pump, and I can tell these guys are having a party. 78 without loss. We have seen the highest power play so far,
and it's still ongoing. Yes, Honey Gory making a change to the field. He's bringing Long On up. Long On taking his own time, as if to suggest we have the next 4 days for this match to be completed. Honey Gory, who played for the Czech Republic. Well, check this. He's gone. Django outside the off stump. He was pulling it to wideish mid-on. And Honey Gory gets sweet revenge.
Yes, an over finally comes in the power play. Django goes. Well played, 35 from just 15 deliveries. He was on the charge. His eyes lit up with that. He was short outside, just about the leg stump, and he pulled it, but straight to the man.
Bishma Kumujo took the catch. And
yeah, it was like a hot potato, but he took it well.
Yeah, he made it look easy.
Yes, he's still wringing his hands.
New batsman Abraham Jacobus Pina from South Africa. So, what entertainment here we were getting for. You know, normally, after you have the normal 3 lunches that you consume every day, the second game has you very sleepy. But these guys are ensuring that you stay awake.
You know how they knew that I was a black baby? They put me alongside a white baby, and they fed both of us. And after we finished eating, the white baby was playing and jumping up, and I fell asleep. They said, that's the black one.
78 for 1. And Ivor Henry's making us roll here in the com box today. Good old Ivor. So it's 78 for 1 as Gory. This over is all entertainment. A 6 and a wicket. Let's see if we'll get a 4. It's going to be Jacobus Pina. What a start.
Yeah, well, a good comeback delivery. Was smoked with his first delivery.
Yeah, he is. And the South African just eases it away to cover. There is no run.
So the game has transformed. We have 2 dots in a row. We haven't seen that in quite a while.
So what Pina wants to do here, he wants to get a single, get Johnson Charles on strike. You don't want to keep him off strike for any length of time. This time he's back again, can't score.
Hat-trick of dots. So Gory has come on and stopped the bleeding.
Well, after the first delivery.
That's right. He said, well, I'll let you party for a while, but I had the last laugh. Django is back in the pavilion.
Django fetching that ball from outside the off stump. And he got underneath that a bit. It would have gone over the infield. It's Gory. And Pina drives. Again, no run. looking to get on with it.
Yes, 4 dots in a row, and it's a good, nice, tidy 6th over. It's the last of the power play. Just 6 runs coming from it and a wicket. And Johnson Charles has not faced a delivery in this over.
Gets 1.
So not a bad over. It's just 7 coming from it with the prize wicket of Django. Went for 35.
So 79 for 1 at the end of the power play. One of the better power plays we've seen in this year's tournament. In fact, it's the best of the power plays we've seen. And Charles had a big hand in that. 34 of 17. Django had 15. 35 of 15. So Pina farms the strike, so to speak. And who is going to take up the attack? Oh, there comes our guy, Prahlad Madhubishi, the leg spinner.
Trying to put the brakes on this runaway train. It run off like a freight train.
And it was good afternoon to all the viewers on the maqtv.com. Don't forget to subscribe. And I want to say good afternoon to all those around the park here too, because balls are flying in all different directions. So you have to be careful. Here's the big man himself, Madhubishi. And this is cut away for 4.
Yes, definitely. It was a good shot outside the off stump on the back foot. It was short. It was not a good delivery. And there's no cover sweeper. So he had all the time in the world. Get it past the infield, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it was short. All he had to do was to pick his spot. Madhubishi to continue. Pina is back and does it again. The fielder might be able to cut it off. Yes. And they're going to come back for 2. Again, short. But Jacobus Pina playing early and pushing it through the cover region, extra cover. The boys in the com box like to call this guy Mitsubishi. Don't know if he'll be allowing any drives. Here's Prahlad. And it tosses this one up. It dips. Those deliveries that are tossed up high in the air sometimes are very difficult to pick, Ivor.
Yes, indeed. He went above the eye line and he got an inside edge. He was trying to hit it into the offside. But Johnson Charles finally gets on strike after some 7 deliveries. Now make it 9 because he didn't face any.
Charles is going down the ground, and this is out of here across by Joy's Roti Shop. That's 6 runs.
Yeah, he has gone big, and Johnson Charles is in a mood where he's a no-nonsense mood at this time. He's bringing out all his ways here, and he's hitting them big on any ground. Let's have a look.
Madhubishi just going up in the hitting zone. Great bit of camera work there.
Yeah, he just extended the arms and just made good use of it.
Here's Prahlad. Charles is going again. He's in trouble. And he takes the big wicket of Johnson Charles. Look at him. Prahlad Madhubishi, the great man. It's now 92 for the loss of 2.
Yes, once too often. That's what happens when you're off strike for a while. And he really got into this one. He had the height. Didn't get the elevation he would have liked. And you can see the
Hassan taking the catch down there at long off.
Yes, a happy man. Knowing he's been seen on MAQ TV throughout the world.
Well, the USA captain, Monank Patel, is the man going out there. Very strong Samp Army outfit. And it's 92 for the loss of 2 now. Johnson Charles, disappointed. 40 of 18. But you'll take that any day and twice on a Saturday.
Yes, indeed. He would have laid the platform. He was hoping to stay there, you know, a little while longer, but it was not to be. Have to give credit to the bowlers. I think pressure became on the team as Johnson Charles kept away from the strike for about say some 9 or 10 balls, and then pretty much gave his hand away.
Well, he joins his partner Ari Django, who got 35. In the pavilion, it's 92 for 2, and Marubishi will tell you that he was setting him up.
Yes. Well, he has set him up with 13 runs already.
Yes. Oh, that's a good delivery. Tossing it up tantalizingly. And they're going to come back for 2. So Monank is off and running. Very good batsman, Monank Patel. At the end of over number 7, it's 94 for 2. Stay tuned. Don't leave. Yes,
Yeah. Samp Army, one of the favorites to win this tournament. And they're coming up against a team here, the Tampa Tigers, who have yet to smell victory in any one of their games.
Yes. Their manager is sitting in the dugout there, just urging them on. Ankit. Samp Army. Do you know what's the meaning of Samp?
Samp?
Yes.
No, but you'll tell me.
Well, I was told that it means unity.
Unity.
So it's a united
Army. Okay. Gotcha. Samp Army. Well, Goey with his tails up, having broken the partnership, he's going to have 2 in a row.
So we will be looking to push. You're quite right. You'll be looking to push further into the batting lineup now. Marubishi getting the big wicket of Johnson Charles.
Yes, well then, pace for over 200. We have realized 200 in this tournament so far. The platform has been laid for that. Let's see if they can carry on.
Or he's a short man. He's getting those deliveries to skid on. Kumujo in the pit there. He took the catch. Bhishma Kumujo.
Well, 2 relatively new batters at the crease, so let's see if they're going to take the time and or they're going to carry on. The platform has been laid.
Oh, that's a nice shot down the ground. Nice straight bat. High elbows. That's the way you like to see it, Ivor.
Yes, playing in the V, of course, proper cricketing shot. Some people think that the 2020 doesn't call for proper cricketing strokes. There it is. Do you know that this is the highest domestic competition in all of the USA? The US Open?
Of course, it is.
Oh, did you know that? I thought I had you stumped.
You asked that as if you're not sure. Pushed the way down the ground. That's one more. So it has been another wonderful day of cricket. This is the second game of 3. And then we enter the business end of the tournament from tomorrow.
There you go. But you know why you told me I wasn't sure when I asked you the question? I didn't raise my hands.
Oh, okay.
Raise your hands if you're sure.
Okay, sir. I'm not in church.
No, you're not sure.
97
the other
for
one.
2. Jacob Ospina is on 10. But it's Patel on strike now. And this is struck over the infield. Couple bounces over the fence now for 4.
Yeah, he's slicing that one off the bat. He didn't get it as well as he would have wanted, but he got the result. It was a slow
he backed
delivery.
away, and the intention was always clear, to go over the infield. He's in good form. He won a man of the match in the very first game that Samp he played. He got 61.
And have more than enough time to get to 62. Because we're not even at the halfway stage.
Well, and the 100 is already up.
Yeah, the 101 Dalmatian. Did they hear bow wow? 101 Dalmatian.
Driving. Not timing it as perfectly as he would have wanted. Oh, this is good by Pina. He saw the opportunity because, again, the fielder was very slow to come off the mark. I think he was having a discussion with Mr. Cook.
It was more interesting getting some water. It's pretty hot out there.
And he took off very slowly. Struck outside the line of the off stump, Mr. Gorey. Come on. Not out, says the umpire.
I'm sure we'll have a look.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, he was not appealing. He was begging. He was begging. He need to put a card in front of him. We'll work for food.
And they end up 103 for 2. Onigori in all the massacre out there has conceded just the 16 runs off his 2 overs. And it's going to be Bishma Kumujo to take up the attack now. Manubishi has gotten the big wicket. He has done the work for his team, and he's going to take a rest.
You know the best card I've seen with one of those guys on the side of the road asking for stuff? This one marked, "Why lie? I really want a beer."
That's lovely. You see a sign like that, you will stop and give him.
So Corey there was going to begging with one outside the off stump, trying to trick the umpire. Too experienced for that. He wouldn't fall for that. Nah. Not in another 3 stumps outside there. He would have hit those.
Mojo taking his time and setting his field. Now you have to remember that the umpires need to be a little more assertive here. They're behind the clock, so to speak.
At least they're not doing what I do with the clock. I'll tell you in a minute.
Here's Komujo. It's a good delivery to start with.
See, you're talking about clock. You remember the other day when this guy saw me jumping up on the clock, jumping up? He said, "What the heck is he doing?" I said, "Take it easy, partner. I'm here trying to kill time."
Oh, okay. I'll keep you employed in the commentary booth forever. Please, don't go into the other field.
You say he's behind the clock. So he's talking about clock.
At the Queen's Park Oval, there is a massive clock on the Brian Lara Cricket Pavilion. And some players are always behind the clock.
Yeah, but I can't stump on that one.
There's a guy in Trinidad and Tobago who unfortunately lost the use of his right hand in an accident. It was cut off. And then they named him Clock. They said he had a long hand and a short one. 104 for 2. It's sliced away.
It's going to be safe.
Sammy Siddiq can't hold it in. And they're going to come back for 2. Siddiq is telling the...
See, I thought it was
teammate
yours.
that it was his. He doesn't look happy there. Good old Sammy Siddiq. Man from Orlando. Most of these players are from Orlando, by the way.
Well, they're on the big stage. Let's put it that way. Happy to be here, I'm sure.
Here's Komusho, who has done a good job in this over so far. And this one takes... Did he miss it? Or did it take an inside edge? Probably missed and went on to the wicketkeeper's pad. Let's wait on the umpire. Yes, buys.
Looks like a traffic officer over there telling you to stop.
Stop. Ivor is coming through.
Yes. But he has the green shirt on. Greens mean go. But he's saying stop.
Komujo. Oh, this is a nice shot. Up the legs. Pinar looked elegant in playing the shot. It's a tall man. Jacobus Pinar.
Yeah, I think there's quite a down here since we got in here. So we brought some relief here to the Tampa Tigers. Yes, they've tamed the army.
I think what has happened here, at the end of the power play, the army has... Obviously, the scoring rate will drop a bit with the field spread. But Monang Patel has really gone in and has gotten things going as he is here, driving in the air. And they're going to come back for 2. No, they started and stopped.
Good throw,
Probably
too.
it's a good thing. That's a good throw from that end. And it's the end of over number 9. It's 109 for 2. Bishma is not happy.
I have a different opinion why the scoring rate has slowed. Not because of the power play. I think it's because of the departure of Django and Johnson Charles.
Let's see who's going to take up the attack now. Corey's going to continue.
Yes, those two have departed and they've gone for quite a while now.
What about Bishma Kumujo? Done for 5 after 1. He could have easily gotten a wicket there. Bishma.
Yeah, he was hopeful there for a moment. Just hopeful.
That was Sami Siddiq running around. Just couldn't complete the catch. It's a good time to remind you to click, like, and subscribe on the YouTube channel at MAQ TV.
Well, it's the longest running tournament of the 14th time that they're having this competition. All of 9 days and nights. Vinod, how are you standing, Vinod?
A bit wobbly today,
I should ask your wife that. I shouldn't have to.
but I'm here, a bit wobbly.
Oh, okay.
The lack of timing allows a single here this time for Monank Patel. Brings Abraham Pina on strike. 110 for 2. What a magnificent performance here by the Army. They're well set to get to 200, like Ishan Kishan did against Bangladesh last night. Single-handedly scoring a double 100. Kohli got 100. And this is in the air. This is a big hit. It's not going to go for 6. But it's going to go to Sami Siddiq, who drops it.
And he's going to blame the other fielder who's in the vicinity.
I want to see Sami Siddiq. Let's look at
Let's
Sami
look at him.
Siddiq. No, he's not blaming
He's not even
anyone.
looking that way. No, he didn't want the...
Look at it. In the air. And Siddiq never inspired confidence as he was approaching that offering.
Well, I can say it now, with those 2 catches going in his direction, I don't think that Sammy can catch a cold in the dead of winter, walking naked.
Walking naked, you say.
Not even, I don't think he can catch a cold. No.
112 for 2. Driving. Officially. 1.
Yeah, Sammy's a good batter, so he's there for his batting and perhaps not.
We need a uniform to start bowling.
Here he is now as a full pitch delivery worked away to mid-on. That's 1. So it's the... Now still 2 deliveries to go in this over.
Yes, it's been a long one, but Gori has really, pulled things back and make things look as if they can be in with a chance. There was a runaway train when the opening batters batted.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Bludgeoned down the ground for 4.
Corey became very small there. He small up himself to get out the way. That came out the sweet part of the bat. He was hit with disdain.
Yeah. Look at
Let's
this
have a look.
shot.
Look at the bowler. Look at the bowler. Woo. Get out the way.
He has a wry smile on his face. Oh, that's 6 runs. Wow. What a hit. Bang into the stands.
Straight into the stands.
It was like a shorthand jab.
Yes, I'm telling you, so Goey with the wicket under his belt is coming. He's under the pump.
Well, it's the end of over number 10 at the halfway stage. The Samp Army 124 for 2. We're going to have a double change in the commentary position with DJ and Lenny coming on.
Well, the DJ Sean is keeping me company for a few after the 10 overs. Well, you've missed the first half of the party. Let's see if the party continues, either in the batting or in the bowling. But
Well, I don't think I've missed a lot because I was definitely watching all the actions, seeing Django and Johnson Charles win that wonderful opening partnership, and the Samp Army continue to be the dominant force here. 124 for 2 after the halfway stage, 10 overs. We have been amazed by the action we have saw so far.
yes, indeed. Well, here comes Kumoju, and this one is up in the air. There's third man getting in the way. Takes the catch. Wicket number 3 goes.
Third wicket goes down there for the Samp Army. A ball pitched up as waiting for the replay. But I was saying earlier, the replay is now coming up. The ball there pitched up, and there was a batsman heaving that one towards that deep middle wicket position. And a good catch. There looked like, is it Yadram, if I'm correct? 124 for 3, the Samp Army. And Hungry Gory, 3 of us nominated, 1 for 31. And Komuju, 1 of us nominated, none for 5. Monak Patel, 14 from 11. And Panir, 25. Extras, 10. Current partnership, 12.2. And extras, 10. Tell us a little bit you have saw so far. I have been amazed since I've came here, Broward County. I've seen Johnson Charles and that opening partnership of Django putting on a fantastic opening stand, and 124 for 3. The Tampa Tigers is just start to pull things back with some couple wickets.
Yes, yes. Nothing can put you further behind the clock than getting wickets. And the wickets are coming in the nick of time. And to be honest with you, I've taken all 3 so far. So
Yes, you bring some very good luck for
yes,
the
to
Tampa
the,
Tigers.
there you go. They're going to love me. They're going to say, wow. We will
Yes,
not
of
get
course.
any wickets with the first 2 commentators. You came on and you have all 3 back to back. Well, you've got one for yourself.
Yes, of course. I gotta say good afternoon to some people that I actually saw live at the ground. Their name is Shivani and family. They're downstairs. They're loving the cricket here from MAQ TV. They said they're enjoying the commentary, and keep on doing the great works.
Oh, very good. Well, your debut, and you've really debuted well. I can say that. Down the leg side, he's turning this one off the legs. They're running the first one as if they're going to settle for 1. Indeed, they did settle for 1. That's all that was on the card. Throw comes into the wicketkeeper end.
With a Samp Army here, 125 for 3 after 10.2. The on-course together, something over 210, maybe 215. My prediction, I don't know how you see it
Which will
here, Ivo.
Yeah, which would be the highest total. This time is bang! And the bowler was in a spot of bother. So was the umpire. So was the sticks. That was straight as an arrow. What a beautiful shot. Oh, glorious.
Fantastic shot as we look back at the replay here right now. Off the front foot and bang! Throw that long on here into the boundary for 4. You know, when a shot like that played from a cricketer, it's always impressed me because the carpet is always safe.
Yes, well, he comes in. Let's see the comeback delivery. And he's going after him again, playing a lovely cover drive. One's here for him. It's going to be at least 2. He has to turn now. So good going here for Pinar. He goes on to 31 from 18. The new man, Delaney, has just faced that 1 delivery. Got off strike immediately. 131 for 3 over number 11. Samp Army. Bang again. This one is even looking sweeter, but there's coverage down there in the cover sweeper area, sending a good throw in.
Yes, and so far, Abraham Pinheiro has been looking to not only get the boundary, but he's looking to get the single, put the bad ball away. And so far, 32 from 19. Garrett Delaney just came in, new batsman, 1 from 1. And Komuju, 1.5, 1 for 13.
Yes, Pinner looks good and easy in the eyes. He's going again and he's stroking it on the onside. This time for an easy singler. He's not sucking up deliveries. He's going at a good clip as well. 32 from 13. From 19, I beg your pardon. As that over comes to an end.
Overs come to an end there. Samp Army 133 for 3 after 11 overs. As I said earlier, the Tampa Tigers, after that power play from Johnson Charles and Jangru, they've been able to pull back things with some very, very good overs. They've been able to pull back things as well with some wickets. And they will be continue to look to peg back the Samp Army team, because the Samp Army team is a very, very strong team when you look at it on paper. And I know, Ivor, you know about this team. You know about how powerful they are. Tell us a little bit about the Samp Army team this year.
Well, Samp Army, I'm telling you, I think they are the favorite to win this tournament. The team to beat, you know, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty, but if I had to pick a team right now, I'll say Samp Army. They're in the driver's seat. They look good. And with the addition of Johnson Charles, oh, what a beauty.
Well, Tampa Tigers will want to probably do something kind of different and upset the Samp Army here today. As you're going to start over number 12 with Abraham Pinnier 32 and Garrett Delaney. He's on 2.
Well, to continue would be Leslie Daniel. Well, he's now coming into the attack, as a matter of fact. He's going to bowling his left armers. And he will be bowling to Delaney. Delaney has just joined the party, keeping company with Abraham Pinar. So it's between the umpire and the sticks on the leg stump, and he stroked it to the mid wicket. Can't score. Can we bathe in sunshine? What a lovely, lovely day for cricket. Not a cloud in the sky above us. No long distance threat of rain. I was going to say, oh, he's not getting a hold of this one. He's in the air, man. He's settling on it. No, he makes a mockery of it.
Well, definitely the fielder should have done a little bit different there. Should have done a better effort. Batsman, as we waiting for the replay to show just about now, was short, and the batsman there swinging that one towards that mid-wicket position, and fielder could not get in time to take the catch and into the boundary for 4.
Well, they must have wanted to say the lights are in his eyes or the sun or whatever, but nothing is on. Nothing is in the direction. Let's see the comeback delivery. Now he's stroking this one down the ground. It was a nice flight to delivery. Had to wait on it and just plays it out. Sammy comes in from the long on boundary, and they can't get no more than 1.
Yes, and good cricket there by Delaney, the new batsman. Stroking that ball long towards long on for a single, as getting ready for the next ball, Ivor.
Yes, indeed. Left arm round. A quicker one. Flat hand comes back to the bowler with pace. He takes some of the pace off, which was a good thing, because no fielder can feel behind the bowler's arm. And here it is where he would have knocked it down and enabled the longer off fielder to go in pursuit and prevented the ball from going into the boundary. Oh, here he's sweeping straight to the man, in and out. Another drop chance. He ducked the first catch. This one he couldn't go no hiding. He came straight at him, in and out. Let's have a look.
Looking back at the replay there, swing away down towards that fielder there, and he should have taken that catch, Ivor. Should have taken that. Very, very poor effort indeed by the fielder there by the Tampa Tigers.
It went straight at him. I mean, shorter, flatter, outside the off stump, backward point is in place. Can't score. And that over comes to an end. Had a chance to get 2 wickets in that over.
Yes, and Samp Army, after 12, they are 140 for 3. Leslie Daniel, his first over, I think, completed. None for 7. Komuju, 2 overs only, 1 for 14, and Garrett Delaney 8. And the Pinner 33 so far. Ivor, I see you have some points table there. You could probably share it with all the listeners and viewers who is locking in as well on MAQ TV and also on YouTube.
Yes, I'd be glad to do so. We have UMMC in the point standing. They're on 6, top of the table at this time. Clarion County on 4 points. Stallion 4 points. Stallion X 4 points. Samp Army 4 points.
As getting ready for the starting of over number 12. Partnership between Garrett Delaney and Pinnier, 16 so far. Nice weather here for cricket at the Broward County. Very, very beautiful atmosphere. Sunlit. So beautiful sunshine here.
bang into the offside, but there's coverage in the wide, long off region. Bang into the offside with that one, and just a single. Like we said, all teams that are on 4 points would have played 2 matches. They would have won those matches, and the UMMC on 6 points would have got the thing. This time he's on the back foot, and he's going high, he's going hard, he's going far. That's another 6.
Wonderful shot indeed. It was short as I'm waiting on the replay. But Samp Army here is getting a move on as we look here from the monitor. Short delivery. Batsman goes back and hitting that out of the ground for 6. A maximum, as they will say, there, Ivor.
Yes, that was meat and drink. Christmas coming early here. He was looping, ranking, long hop. He just had to pick his spot, and I'm sure that the other batters who would have gone back to the dugout would have been saying, oh my word, I would have been about 150 for myself. But we're 1 away from 150. It's 149 for free in over number 13. Well, let's see the comeback delivery. Comes in right arm over. He's going after him again. There's a miss stumping. He was outside the off stump. Wicketkeeper was stumping without the ball in hand. And that's a bad miss.
Well, looking at the replay, just come out now. A ball there pitched up, flighted, deceiving the batsman. And a missed stump there by the keeper. It should have been an easy stump in here, Ivor.
Should have been. But let's do it all again. That's him putting out the reverse sweep, and he is going to get some runs for this. Is a foot chase on with the ball in the waist? No, it doesn't. Stood up just about 5 meters inside the boundary rope as a Samp gives chase.
And Madubushi, the 1.41 for 25. He should have got that wicket there in that previous ball. A beautifully ball, flighted.
Leg spinner.
Have the batsman there driving, and that was missed up by the keeper.
Yes, was a leg spinner. He got some real good turn on that one. He turned like an L. He's going after him again. It's in the air. There's a man down there. He's getting under it, and it's going over his head. There he goes for another US Open maximum.
Definitely, Samp Army getting a move on at the right time. Flighted once again there, and the batsman using his height and hitting that ball all the way for 6. So Samp Army seems to know what they want. They have a plan. They have come out with a power play, and we'll get back to that point as we head back to you, Ivor.
Yes, with 158. The 150 is up fast and in a hurry. He's going after him again, and he's going to get another boundary as he split wide long off, and the cover sweeper as that over comes to an end. A good one for Samp Army.
This is fantastic batting. As you look at the replay there, short, outside the off, and the batsman head back and slap that one there towards that cover backward point area into the boundary for 4. As I was saying earlier, Ivor, you know, when I saw the game, the first power play, it was very aggressive between Johnson Charles and Jangru. The 2 batsmen, after the 2 wickets, they start to get the single, get the ball away the second. And here is Abraham and also Garrett Delaney. They both have come in. They have played aggressive. They have worked the ball. They've get the tools and stuff. And I think the Samp Army on the verge to get a very big total in position, maybe 220. Who knows, maybe 230 from a position from here.
I can tell you, well, I hope that they're able to bat well, because if there was a 2-1, you never know. They might be batting twice to get to the total, because they're on a rampage. It's non-stop rampage. It's like Carnival in TNT.
As they will say, it's carnage in the Caribbean.
It's carnage, I'm telling you. Well, it's Daniel. And he's going after him again. He's going big. He's going far. That's a big one. And it's another US Open maximum.
Maximum indeed. Leslie Daniel seems is bowling for his second over as we look at the replay. The ball there pitched up on the legs and swept away, as they will say, a slog sweep all the way for 6. And Samp Army, they have moved along to 168 for 3.
Yes, indeed. And saying he's just 2 away from his 50. He's 48 from 24. He's going at a good clip, I'm telling you.
And partnership is 44. Tampa Tigers here, just on the back foot. They was bowling some very, very good overs in between. And since these 2 batsmen came in, they've been able to get the 1s, get the 2s, and put the bad ball away.
Yes. And it is paddling around the corner. They might be getting free here. I think it's going to be on the card. Very nicely done. Oh, they aborted the third one. But that's his 50. So the 50 comes up for Pinar from 25. So he's going at a really, really, really good clip.
Very good innings indeed by Pinar. 50 from 25. That strike rate is definitely up. The Samp Army is doing well. As I said earlier, they have a plan. They have executed so far. And it's only fitting to see what is going to be the final total after 20.
It's going to be scoreboard pressure, I can tell you that, when they turn at bat. Bang into the offside. Very well fielded there. He knocked it down by Gori.
Definitely save a boundary there, Ivor.
Most definitely. Save 3 runs there. Scamper through for a single. And this brings Delaney, who's doing very well for himself as well. 21 from 10. In the strike rate, even doing better than Pinar. He's going after him, but not timing. He's tugging it to Samit down at the long on position. Another single. So hardly a dot has been bowled since you've come in here, DJ Sean.
Yeah, it's been carnage since I came in, man. It's been runs, it's been 4s, it's been 6s, and it's only good for this version of the cricket.
Oh, he's in the air. He's coming straight to Sammy, but he's going to be one bounce to him. Didn't have the elevation. Maybe it's a good thing, because Sammy was right in the arc. He's right there. He's coming straight at him, but there was no danger of getting out. Just another single. Oh, this one was a good delivery. It was shorter and flatter. They're going to be running 2. They're taking on the arm of Samit as the throw comes into the bowler's end. And they run a quick 2. As that over comes to an end, it's 175.
75 here for 3, the Samp Army after 14 overs. And earlier, I was in the commentary box having some fun. And, you know, the US Open is not only cater for one type of cricket. I've seen so many of our West Indian players is here, so many of English players is here, South Africa, Australia as well. And I had a chance actually to grab a picture, and the commentary team, they was actually selecting the West Indies 11 in Florida. And I see some very, very important names here, and I'll go through it and tell me what you think about it, Ivor George. West Indies in Florida. Here's the name: Johnson Charles, Rakeem Cornwall, Shai Hope, Hemraj, Rutherford, Shepard, Odin Smith, Gabriel, Hayden Walsh, it looked like Yannick Carrera and Carrie Pear. That is the commentator's pick. I really want to hear from you. What do you think after this delivery?
Yeah, I was part of the pick, so you know.
175 for 3 as batsman coming forward and down toward that short middle wicket position. No runs. 175 for 3.
Yes, indeed. So the selectors have to have a look at this. We'll read it out again for them. The players who are on show here at the US Open, the bang, he's into the offside and he's playing a glorious looking shot. But there's a man stationed in the wide long off position, can only get one. That one was sweetly timed. That's what he calls hitting in the V.
176 for 3 here, the Samp Army, as we start with number 15.
And we're graced with the presence of the mayor of Miramar, David Maitland. And this one is in the air. Did he get all of it? No, it's high, it's high. He's circling. And I never thought he was going to catch it.
Well, I'm looking at it here on the commentary box. The position that the fielder was, I'm actually waiting on a replay. But it's coming up, flighted delivery. Batsman there was deceived in the flight. And the fielder there just misjudged it. And it was a drop catch.
Well, outside the off stump, he's cutting, he's splitting point and backward point, and he's getting some runs here. There's a foot chase, 2 men is on, and they get it just in the nick of time. Are they going to be taking the third? Yes, they will.
Yes, Samp Army continued the dominance, 180 for 3. Delaney 25 and Pinero 56. As wonderful sunshine here in Lauderhill. I want to say good afternoon to those people locked in right now in Orlando. They're actually listening to the commentary team there in Orlando. And good afternoon to Gavin and team who's locked in.
Yes, well, with his eyes shaded this time, bang into the offside, but this cover sweeper gonna get in the way. Didn't time it as well as he would have liked, but he's getting one for his effort. 180 comes up on the board, 181 as a matter of fact. That's a good-looking score.
Yes, and runs continue to be here for the Samp Army team as we're getting ready for the final ball. Ivor George. Ivor Henry, sorry.
This time we're playing with Saw fans. Wants a single. The non-striker turned it down there. So at the end of 15, we're going to have a double change. So we're going to have
181 for 3 as Samp Army continue to make the runs in a very, very quick position here against the Tampa Tigers. Pinar is 56 and Garrett Delaney, he's on 26. As we're going to have a change in the commentary team.
So it's 181 for 3. Garrett Delaney and Obus Pinar has really batted extremely well. We're coming down to the last 28 balls. Another single into the onside. Welcome back, Doc. It appears that Samp Army will score their second double hundred in the series. What a powerful team put together.
Yes, thank you, Lenny. And what a performance for the Samp Army. My goodness, 15 overs and 182 on the board. And the fireworks are not done yet.
And they're still missing a couple of the players. Andre Gauss hasn't showed up yet. At least in the batting lineup, we saw a massive start from Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu, who really set a platform here for 183 for 3 at the moment. So 27 balls remaining. We're down to the last 4+ overs here remaining. Leslie Daniel, the off spinner, and we'll come into bowl to Garrett Delaney, Irish player. Ball played into the offside and only a single. Welcome, Doc. We're down to the last stretch in this innings.
Yeah, certainly. This has been an amazing display of strokes all over the park that was initiated by the man from Trinidad, the man from St. Lucia, Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu respectively. And this time he puts it away towards short mid-on, no run. But you're right, this is going to be over 200, and I'm just wondering what the record here is in a 20-over match.
So we'll take a look at that sometime as Pinar on strike. And this one massively struck. That's gone a long way. That's gone for 6. Another big hit here from the Samp Army batsman.
Yes, look at that shot. He waited for that one to come on to him, and a swing of the bat, and beautiful timing. And don't bother running for it. Just run and fetch the ball. That's all the fielder had to do at the deep mid-wicket fence. We've lost one ball earlier on when it was hit towards the square leg boundary, and this one was hit over the mid-on fence, and 6 more. So the Samp Army now moves on to 190 for 3 at the end of 16 overs. This partnership is building quite in a very healthy manner. 66, Delaney 28, and Abraham 63. So the bowlers have not had much to rejoice here, Lenny.
Yeah, Bhaskar Yadram comes back into the attack. He's played junior cricket for the West Indies. But a rampaging Samp Army on the verge of scoring their second double hundred of this tournament. And in fact, incidentally, it's the only team to have crossed the 200 mark. Although we would have seen a couple of big knocks and during the course of this tournament, 192 by Masters. 192 posted by the Masters. They lose on that occasion. Then we saw Stallion X getting 184 somewhere along the line. So Samp Army on the verge of getting their second double hundred in this competition. This is going to be the team to beat.
Yes, and you were mentioning Andres Gauss has not even come in here, and he was, of course, named the player of the match at the Abu Dhabi T10 for the Morrisville Samp Army.
So ball back over the bowler's head, and it will bounce away for 4. So not a good start here from Bhaskar Yadram. And a very vicious greeting here from off the bat of Gareth Delani. Take a look.
Yes, this time Bhaskar bowls that one, and it is in the slot, and he hits cleanly right over the bowler's head. Bhaskar earlier on was erring in his length and his line. The line mostly, but not so much the length. We gave quite a few wides in his very first over. But he's now bowling his third over from the opposite end of the commentator's box.
So it's 194. Bhaskar Yadram, full ball. To great effect. Only a single here to Delani. Hands the strike over to Pinar. And it's 195 posted here by Samp Army. They're on the verge of getting another 200 here. And the fact is, Doc, it looks like they'll cross their highest score, which was 203, I think.
I think that's like a foregone conclusion at the moment, the way things are, the way Abraham and Gareth Delani are batting.
They got off to a very good start from Django and Johnson Charles. And they certainly haven't looked back. Monang Patel, probably he only got 13. But other than that, the batting continues to flourish. Good delivery here from Bhaskar Yadram.
Yes, that delivery came into him and he just cut it towards point, but went rather quickly to the fielder at point, and no run for Abraham. 195 for 3.
So you're watching cricket from the Broward County Stadium, a stadium that has hosted 7 one-day international, 14 T20 international, and 13 CPL games, not to mention the many List A matches involving associate countries. And so this venue has been one of the prime go-to plays. No ball is the call, no ball won. And to add insult to injury, the free hit will come at a time in which they have conceded almost 12 runs and over here, Doc.
Yes, that's a no ball that Bhaskar would not want to have bowled. They've already conceded 11 extras, and the extras are mounting. The problem with the no balls in this particular format is you really get punished. Not only do you get to bowl the ball again, you've conceded 1 run, and then now it's a free hit. So it's a double insult to the bowler. So it's a very heavy penalty that is levied on the bowler for the no ball. So Gareth Delani will get ready to face that no ball, Lenny.
So free hit ball. We haven't seen we haven't seen too many free hit ball, but here is one. And Gareth Delani faces up to Bhaskar Yadram. No harm done. Sami Siddiq makes a very good save. Save the boundary. And so perhaps a destruction averted here as a good quality ball from Bhaskar Yadram.
Yeah, there was a good diving stop at short third man, and clearly saved the boundaries. The ball was traveling rather quickly off the blade of Delaney. So 198 for 3, just 2 short of the 200 mark.
So Pinar comes back into strike. He's batted brilliantly today, 64 from just 36 balls. And we're coming down to the last 20 balls. They're going at 11.8. Called that 12 runs and over almost. And here is Bhaskar Yadram to Pinar. Oh, smashed into the onside. Fielder has a chance. Takes a catch. And that's the end of Pinar. He's played his role. Bhaskar Yadram picks up a wicket. It's 198 for 4.
Yes, Bhaskar Yadram finally gets a reward for all the hard work he has done. This one was, he pounded into the pitch, and it was hit firmly, but not firmly enough. Went straight to the fielder at the long on fence, and he took a well-judged catch. So that is the end of that partnership for the last wicket, and Abraham departs for a well-constructed 64 of 37 deliveries, and Bhaskar Yadra must be happy that finally he has been rewarded with a wicket. Rohan Mustafa is the new batsman in for the Samp Army.
Yes, Doc. We've seen a couple of big partnership. Amir Jangu and Johnson Charles. They put on 78 off 33 balls. And this partnership has just come to an end. Pinar and Gareth Delaney, 74 from just 42 balls. Rohan Mustafa, UAE captain or former UAE captain, comes to the middle. And perhaps much of the work already done here, Doc, as we've got 19 balls remaining. They're on the verge of crossing the 200 mark.
Yeah, everything else from this point on is just added bonus because they have put on a formidable score that any team would have a tough time chasing. Tampa Tigers, of course, will have a go at the end of the 20 overs and put their batting display on to chase what will seem to be a huge and a Herculean task.
And fate wasn't really kind to the Tampa Tigers. They lost the toss. It's one of these days that Prahalad Madhubishi might have really wanted to win the toss and bat first and see where that goes. But unfortunately at the toss, they were asked to bowl first. Yadram to Mustafa. And he gets a ball, big appeal. We'll have to wait for the call from the umpire. But the batsman crosses. It's 199 for 4.
But I think no matter what happens in this game, Prahlad Madhubushi will be a happy man because you could see the child like Prahlad Madhubushi jumping with sheer joy when he got the wicket of Johnson Charles. And that was, to me, that was the sight of the match so far. He was excited, ecstatic, so happy. So you feel good for Prahlad Madhubushi, who's put together his team and, of course, the captain of the Tampa Tigers.
So Mario Laban, it appears, will bowl the final 6. In fact, 17 over gone, sorry. So 18 balls still to be bowled. And they're batting here at 199 for 4. Rohan Mustafa will be on strike. Gareth Delaney is on 34. And we've seen a massive effort again from Samp Army. Perhaps not one of the sterner opposition in this tournament. But they know come tomorrow, when the quarterfinal starts, the opposition is going to be a little bit more tight.
Yes, as far as the Samp Army contribution with the bat, everybody has contributed. Amir 35, Johnson Charles 40, Abraham 64, Monang Patel 14, and Delaney batting on 34. So contributions with the bat all around. A true team performance so far for the Samp Army.
So Mario Laban, 2 for 32. He's gone 16 runs and over. And to be fair, he bowled at a time in which Amir Jangu and Johnson Charles was really on the go. So he comes back here in over number 18 and straight away into the offside. Straight into the hands of the man at point. And that's the end of Rohan Mustafa. A very brief appearance for Rohan. It's 199 for 5.
Yes, that one, it was meant to be hit on the offside. He hit it on the up, but found the fielder straight at cover point. And that ball traveled like a tracer bullet. And it was caught very cleanly, as you see on the replay here. As he goes, slashes outside the off stump, and he was caught by the fielder at cover point.
Yeah, you could tell it was an excellent catch. The cameraman anticipated that the ball would have gone through the cover area, but it was interrupted by a very well taken catch. Mario Laban strikes in the 18th over. Rohan Mustafa has to go. Gareth Delaney is 34 not out. And now the big man, Andres Gauss, comes to the middle. It's 199 for 5, Doc.
Yeah, the catch was taken by Syed Sami Hassan at cover point area. Well judged catch by Syed. As 199 for 5, still one below the 200 mark. But we are in the 18th over. So, Lenny, we have 11 more deliveries, 11 more legal deliveries.
17.
17? I apologize. Yes, 18th over. So 20 more. That's correct. So, but several legal deliveries. My emphasis was on the word legal because I love using that when I'm with a West Indian commentator.
So 17 balls remaining. Mario Laban would have struck in his first ball of his second spell. And will come into bowl to Andres Gauss. And don't be fooled that Gauss is coming in at number 7. He is as good as Johnson Charles and the others who have been on a rampage here today for Samp Army. And we come down to the last 17 balls. It's 199 on the card. And so another 200 for the Samp Army. And it comes in the 18th over, a run off the bat of Andres Gauss.
Yes, Andres Gauss opens his account. As I mentioned earlier, he was the player of the match at the Abu Dhabi T10 for the Samp Army. He scored 68 runs of 33 balls to help the Samp Army seal the third place in the Abu Dhabi T10 tournament that was concluded just recently, a couple of weeks ago.
And the fact is, Andre Gauss already got a big 50 in this tournament, 93 to be exact. Oh, look at this one, smash down the ground. The fielder will have to come around quickly. He does. And saved 3 runs. This is good effort from the fielder down below the com box. And
yes,
another single here to Samp Army.
The fielder was Lahul Nahian, donning number 15. And he came quickly around to his right to save the boundary. It was headed straight to the long off fence.
So 15 balls remaining. Samp Army has crossed the 200 mark. And Andre Gauss gets this one, chops this one into the offside. They scamper through for a quick single. And another double hundred of runs here for the Samp Army. Having a very good tournament here, Doc.
They certainly have been. As I was mentioning earlier, it's a successful franchise put together by Ritesh Patel and his entire team. And I was talking to a couple of the players earlier, and they seem to have gelled quite well together.
So wide outside the off stump. Umpire Conrad Rogers, along with umpire Avik. So 203 for 5. So 203 for 5.
We had some extracurricular activity called as cricket happening just underneath us. A father and son playing some cricket, which have been asked to move behind the side screen so that they don't disturb the batsman.
So Delani on strike, still 14 balls to be bowled. Oh, into the offside. Sky fielder are getting under it. Takes the catch. Number 15 comes up with an excellent judge catch. And Delani falls 203 for 6.
Yes, look at that catch by Lahul Nayan. He waited for the ball to come to him, and a very nicely judged catch to dismiss a dangerous batsman. But fielding has been somewhat spotty, but the catching in the last few overs has been spot on. They've taken some good skiers, and Samp Army now 203 for 6. As we are in 17.5 overs have been bowled. The last ball of the 18th over. And Mario Laban this way gets his second wicket in his third over. Roman Walker now joins Andres Gauss.
So Garrett Delani comes back. A good knock for him. Still 13 balls remaining, and you're right on that. Laban has picked up 2 in this over. And this over's gone pretty well for him, Doc. He's only gone for 4. He's picked up 2. And getting a chance to bowl to the new batter, Roman Walker. With the new ICC rule taking effect in October, batsman no longer can cross. And so the new batters, when they come in, bowler will get a chance to bowl to the new batsman. A benefit to the bowler. It gives the bowler a bit of an advantage, Doc.
Absolutely. That was a rule that was meant to be changed, and I'm glad it has.
So Roman Walker gets off the mark quite quickly and will keep strike as the 18th over comes to a close. It's 204 for 6.
Yes, you mentioned about the rule, and I think it's so appropriate that that should not be an advantage to the batsman just because they crossed. Now the bowler has a brand new batsman that he can attack, and I'm glad that the ICC has changed that rule, and it's been in effect over the last few months. So 2 more overs, Lenny. 225 on the cards, perhaps.
So they're batting at 204. 12 balls still to be bowled, and coming down to the last here, we've seen a massive display of power hitting from the likes of Johnson Charles, Amir Jangu, and Jacobus Pinar. Also, we saw some quick runs also from Garrett Delany. And it comes down to Andres Gauss and Roman Walker. And if another batsman comes to the middle, with just 12 balls remaining, we'll wait and see. As Roman Walker, one of several Englishmen who's made the trip to Florida Dock. We've seen the likes of Dan Lawrence, John Simpson, Josh Cobb, Danny Lamb, Adam Rossington, Jake Lintott, Solomon Bodinger, Roman Walker, the man on strike, Ben Mike, Joe Cracknell. Some of the English player, no ball. Another no ball here for Bhaskar Yadram. And we'll have to take a look as to see the overstepping here from Bhaskar Yadram. Take a look at this one. Bit hard to tell, but the umpire decided that he has overstepped. So here is the free hit ball. Another one here. Roman Walker will be the recipient.
It was immediately called by the umpire. There was no question about that one in his mind. So a free hit to Roman, and he's just come out to bat. So let's see what he does with this particular free hit.
So Bhaskar Yadram pulled into the onside. Fielder takes the catch, but it's only a single.
Yes, that is the disadvantage of for the bowler. You committed a penalty by bowling the no ball, and now if you get caught of a free hit, it doesn't matter because it's a free hit.
And that is the new spectator's catch, as they would say. A lot of time you go into a noisy atmosphere, noisy stadium, not too sure if it's a no ball. And you see a catch like that, and the noise erupts.
Yes.
Only to realize it has been on a free hit ball.
Much like a bump ball, isn't it?
So Andre Gauss comes in to strike. 11 balls remaining. Yadram has gone for 2 in this over. Now look at that. Very improvised. And that has gone away for 4. Very cheeky looking shot. And it doesn't get better than that off the bat of Andre Gauss.
Well, now you know why he was such a key player in the tournament recently concluded Abu Dhabi. That's cheeky, creative, innovative, like you said, Lenny, and the ball runs away to the fence for 4. So he knows where the fielders exactly are, and he was able to find that location and put the ball exactly in that location.
Yeah, the advent of T20 cricket, batters are looking for open spaces to put the ball, and they've realized behind the keeper, not too many personnel are placed there. That is why some of these ramp shots, you see the dill scoop, and you see one of those improvised shots, very useful in T20 cricket. Oh, slashed into the offside, giving the man a chance. Falls in front of him, and they'll come back for a couple of runs. So the onslaught continues here. It's 212.
Yes, Andres Gauss is a clean striker of the ball and an intelligent player as well. As you can see that he's gone up to 8, supported by Roman Walker on 212 for 6 with 9 more legal deliveries left in this match.
And the fact is, Doc, a couple of games played by Samp Army, they have taken time to give their batters a chance to get a knockout in the middle. We saw in the previous game, we saw Solomon Bodinger along with, balled him, Andre Gauss. Coming at the top of the order, but this time they have allowed Johnson Charles a shot at the top, realizing that perhaps Tampa Tiger is probably not one of the most stern opposition. But take a look at this one. Gauss goes. It's 212 for 7.
Yeah, here you see the Gauss going for a massive heave and perhaps got an inside edge onto the bat to dislodge the off stump, and he himself fixed his own stump, got the bails back. I'm sure the umpire is very thankful to him for doing that extra work, as the Samp army is now 212 for 7. Saul Budinger comes into play to join Roman Walker. So it's a very healthy score, a very competitive score, more than competitive, I would say. And for the Tigers, I apologize, to come close to this would be a tall order.
So 212 for 7. Solomon Budinger comes in at number 9, and I was just making the point, don't be fooled that Solomon comes in here at number 9. He's not in fact, the other night, him and Andre Gauss put on 100+ partnership. He got 67, Gauss got 93. And so don't be fooled, he comes in here at 9. The problem is, or the issue is, when Samp Army goes into the quarterfinal tomorrow, they've got a selection problem who to really go at the top, because all the batsmen have fired in runs that have gone beyond 200 mark.
Yeah, it's a problem of the plenty, and sometimes it's a good problem to have, where you give a choice of who you go with, and everybody seems to be having their form peak at the right time towards the tail end of this competition, which is what you would want your players to be doing.
So Solomon Budinger, another player out of England, gets ready to face his first ball. Bhaskar Yadram cut away into the offside. Very soft dismissal. And that's like catching practice just before a game. Solomon goes without scoring.
Yeah, that was rather uncharacteristic of a stroke. It almost seemed like fielding practice, where he's just guiding the ball to deep gully and an easy catch taken at that position. The fielder is again Lahul Nahian. You cannot keep him out of the field. He's taken some good catches at the long on long off positions, and now he's back in the act. So there is the end of wicket number 8, 212 for 8. Manoj Acharya now joins Roman Walker.
So Bhaskar Yadram has picked up his 3rd wicket, 2 in this over.
And I think after having taken the 3 wickets, he'll probably forget the very first over that he bowled, where he had almost, I think, went up to like almost 11 deliveries to finish those 6-ball over. So good things for Bhaskar, that is among the wickets. But the score is 212 for 8 with 7 more balls left in the 20 overs for the Samp Army.
So 3 for 39 for Bhaskar Yadram. He's picked up some big wickets. Would have gotten the wicket of Jacobis Pinar, got the wicket of Solomon Budinger we saw just now, and also picked up the wicket of Andres Gauss. Doesn't get bigger than that. This one into the offside. This will complete the over. And after this over, 19 gone, is 213 for 8.
Yes, this has been a brilliant performance that was started with some massive onslaught by Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu. As you saw at the beginning of the innings, Johnson Charles and Amir Jangu, the right-hand, left-hand combination. Johnson Charles scored 24 and Amir Jangu scored 35. They laid the right foundation for the Samp Army, and then now have the score has matured to 212 for 8, and last over coming up, and see how many more runs they can add to fatten up the pie.
So Mario Laban has been given the final over. Will come into bowl to Manoj Acharya. 2 new batters out in the middle. And Roman Walker. Roman Walker is on 2. And Manoj Acharya has only faced 1 ball. So here we go. We're down to the last 6. And Doc, I'll ask you a question here. What will be on the mind of the Tampa Tigers batters when they come out with 213 and counting on the board? Scoreboard pressure to start with?
Scoreboard pressure for sure, but Prahlad will be telling his teammates, go have fun and enjoy and give it your best. Nothing is insurmountable, and if we put together good partnerships in an aggressive manner, anything can happen in a match. So Prahlad will be telling his boys when it comes time for them to bat to go and whack it as best as they can. And this time he went for an onside shot as an appeal for leg before by Mario. The umpire is not interested. And they come across for a single. 213 for 8 now.
So let's take a look at this one. So leg by is the call. This one definitely going down the leg side. And so Mario Laban just taking the opportunity to go up for an appeal. You never know when you can catch the umpire by surprise as Roman Walker comes in to strike.
And I think the umpire is again asking the gentleman who's playing cricket with his child behind the side screen not to disturb the batsman and go away from that area.
To Walker, a play and a miss. Score remains at 214 for 8. And it's amazing, Doc, that this complex has so much space. And for someone to be finding themselves playing by the side screen.
Yes, exactly. And that is, of course, sometimes delaying the game. Yes, we've delayed the game for lost balls, but things like this should not happen.
So 3 balls remaining, 240. Roman Walker on strike. Manoj Acharya had the non-strikers in, and here is Mario Laban. That's a very good delivery. Look, you're bowling in the final over. You've bowled 4 balls. You've only conceded 1. Brilliant bowling here from Mario Laban.
Well, certainly Mario is bowling to tail-enders and not to Johnson Charles or Amir Jangu, who have hit them all around the park with even lost balls as well. So, I'm sure makes Mario Laban happy because he's been able to control the flow of runs in the last over of this T20 match.
Playing a miss here from Roman Walker. Mentally, how do you approach chasing 214 in 120 balls?
I think all you do is tell your players, take 1 ball at a time, play it on the merit. If it is meant to be hit and it is in your arc, go for it. Build partnerships, communicate with your non-striker partners. How are you going to build the partnerships and have fun?
So last ball coming up, irrespective, even if this ball goes for 6, Tampa Tigers will be asked to score at about 12 runs and over. Here we go, final ball. And that's a good delivery here from Mario Laban. They will come back for 2 at this stage of the game. You run until you get run out. And so that closes the deal here. 20 overs gone. 216 posted by Samp Army. Second time in this competition, Doc, we're seeing big score posted by Samp Army. Another 200 for them.
Yeah, brilliant batting display by Samp Army. This has been a terrific batting. As we see the batting card here, Amir Jangu for 35 of 15 balls. Johnson Charles, 40 of 19. Abraham Pinna, 64 of 37. Monang Patel, 14 of 11. Gareth Delaney, 35. Rohan Mustafa for 1. Andres Gauss for 8. Roman Walker, 5. Saul Badinger did not disturb the scorers. Out for a not. Manoj Acharya not out for 2. 216 for 8. A massive score. Here's the bowling card. Bhaskar Yadram, 4 overs, 39 runs, 3 wickets. He was the leading wicket taker for the Tampa Tigers. Mario Laban, 2 for 40. Bowled a good over at the last over as he bowled. Lahul Nayan, none for 24, but he was brilliant on the field. Hani Gori, 1 for 31. Prahlad Madhubushi, who will remember this match for his 1 for 35. And the one that is important, that's the prize wicket of Johnson Charles. Bhishma Komuju, 1 for 14. Leslie Daniel, none for 31. So there you have it, 216 for 8. Tampa Tigers will be chasing 217. A mammoth score, but this is a game of cricket. Anything can happen. And we will be back with you with the chase of 217 as the target for the Tampa Tigers.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
MAQ Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqtv.com. Our latest project for investment: Cedar Creek Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina at exit 49 on I-95, 4825 Windsor Place, Pomfret, Maryland, Charles County, 511 West Bridge Road, Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayette County.
Trying to get this thing up in North Carolina, the cricket stadium. We're going to have those similar matter with the Sharjah Stadium. We come to watch this thing, how the Sharjah Stadium go. There's a huge facility, but we'll have the space, 72 acre. We're building on the North Carolina. It's an I-95, is one of the stadium like Sharjah Stadium. So we bring the cricket, not just from there, and we bring all the vision from the Sharjah Stadium also to bring in USA. So make the scale of the USAcricket one of the international scale.
So I'm here with the legend, Brian Lara. He is here to watch some of the cricket here at the US Open. So Brian, what are you up to at the moment? What are you doing here in Florida?
Actually, I just came from Bahamas. I was playing some golf and, you know, I mean, Miami is very close to Trinidad. So spending a week, I understand that through my travel agent, actually, that this cricket tournament is going on. So I felt that I just passed in, but it's more of a Christmas shopping holiday for me.
And have you bought anything nice so far?
Yeah, for my daughters, that's about it. But yeah, I mean, it's always a great spot to be, and it's just great to see cricket being played in the United States.
Of course, and lots of West Indian players playing today and throughout the week. Have you seen anyone who's impressed you so far?
Not yet. I mean, I spent a little bit of time, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, but, you know, I'm here for a little bit. But as you said, there's a few West Indians here, and obviously a guy like Lyndall Simmons, who just came out of the World Cup, Ramdin, who I played with in the past. So I'm almost sure they have impressed the people who have come to watch. But for me, it's being a team sport. You know, it's always important to see the amount of cricket that's being played in the United States. I heard there's a lot of leagues going around the country, culminating into the US Open here in Miami. So for me, it's not about the individual. It's growing the game in America, and I understand that it's in very good hands. So, you know, hopefully we'd see some outstanding cricket from the United States in the future.
Of course, and finally, what are your plans for Christmas this year?
Well, I'm heading off on Tuesday and spend it with my family, because I do a lot of traveling, and of course with the pandemic, sometimes you find yourself in so much bubbles around the world, unable to spend time with your family. So I'm very, very happy that I'm getting an opportunity to spend it with my kids, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But you know, the whole thing starts all over again come January, and back to work, back to the grind. So this Christmas. And being a former cricketer, you would understand that if I'm not in Australia, and I'm in South Africa for Christmas, so it's good that since I retired, I've had that opportunity to do so.
Well, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the US Open.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Broward County Stadium, where we are bringing you live coverage of the US Open here in 2022. Samp Army has scored a mammoth 216 for 8 in their 20 overs, and Prahlad Madhubushi and his team with the Tampa Tigers will be attempting to score 217 to win. And I want to welcome Vinod Mamchan back in the commentary box. Vinod, welcome.
Thanks a lot, Doc. Of course, it's a mammoth score. I hope everyone enjoyed that interview during the break. That was done by our English counterpart. I know Roddy enjoyed the interview, if you didn't.
Yeah, Sasha, you're talking about?
Yes, Roddy did enjoy that interview at the break. He has been playing that interview over and over and over. Something Brian Lara said that caught his curiosity, I think. But the target here is 217. Manoj, well, it's Leslie Daniel who is opening the batting. And of course, the Samp Army. Samp means, let me teach you a bit of Hindi. Let me teach you a bit of Gujarati today. Samp means unity.
Thank you so much. You have just improved my Gujarati vocabulary by miles.
Bilkul, bilkul. So, Tampa Tigers, they have a big task on their hand to get up to 217. It's going to be good old OB, Jacob Ospina, the captain of the Samp Army team, to open the bowling. Let's say good afternoon to the owner of the Samp, the man with the vision, the man with the idea of the franchise. That's Ritesh Patel.
RP, let's rip it.
Rinku.
That in golf, let's say when you hit the ball, go rip it. Yes. RP.
Rinku Bhai will be happy. Here is Obas, and this is pushed away by Daniel. Daniel would have played in the minor leagues last year for Makurishi's team, which was the Florida Beamers.
And Tampa certainly has a huge task, a Mount Everest to climb, if you will. But nothing is, done until somebody already said until the fat lady sings. Although I've never seen her here.
Yeah.
There was Kim who used to kept on saying.
That goes on with the arm, And the only thing could have saved them, there might have been an inside edge. I would like to see that one again. Let's have a look here, Doc.
Yeah, that one coming in by the left arm bowler, coming angled in.
Yes, it's
And
what's going on with the
angled in.
arm. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh my, that I'm afraid
That's
looked
close.
very adjacent. But the umpire's in the best position to give the decision, and to add insult to injury, the next ball goes for 4.
Yeah, Saad Lavai and Leslie Daniel have opened the batting, and that one he strokes it away handsomely on the offside for 4.
He's again. And this one is bowled him, has he? Yes, he has. Bowled all over the place. And the first wicket, Pina gets rid of Saad Lavai. He exacts revenge. That was almost a medium pace type delivery.
Yeah, that insult to injury that was created with that exquisite off drive did not last too long, as he took his revenge, and you can see he was cramped for space.
Yeah.
And the ball just
Well, he chopped it
ricocheted
on.
into the stumps.
Yeah, chopped it on.
So that is the fall of the first wicket for the Tampa Tigers. 5 for 1. And
Obi strikes.
and the batsman on the non-strikers end is donning shirt number 999. And that is Leslie Daniel.
Yeah, Leslie Daniel just needs one more to reach 1,000. 212 required of 116 balls. And do you think that Prahlad Madhubishi should advance himself in the order in order to get this runs or get close to it?
I'm sure that
Prahlad Madhubishi.
if he had spoken to you earlier, you certainly would have planted that imaginative thought in his mind. And he may even have considered. But I think he's too happy after having taken the wicket of Johnson Charles. Quite honestly, I could see him leap like a little lad up in the air after grabbing that all-important wicket. So there are the small moments, the pleasures of life that one has. As we see the next ball, it's again angled in, and Syed Hassan wanted to put it away towards the mid-wicket area, and not able to connect properly. The tall lad from Bloemfontein, 32-year-old, went through his over quickly, grabs the wicket with his first over, as the Tampa Tigers are at 5 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Leslie Daniel on 1, Syed Hassan yet to score. And I'm joined by Kim here in the commentary box. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you, Doc.
So it's a tall order here. 216 for 8 is what the Samp Army was able to put together in 20 overs, Kim. What are your thoughts on the chase by the Tampa Tigers?
Well, that is a big total to get after they were going great guns. I thought they would have gotten to 250, 270 thereabout, but after the Johnson Charles wicket and the Jungle wicket, they managed to pull back things a little bit, but it is a tall ask there for the Tampa Tigers. So let's see, for us to see, can't make a call as yet.
Yes, Manoj Acharya will be bowling his first over from the opposite end of the commentary box as he comes in right arm around the wicket. And this time it's straying down the leg side and it's called a wide. So the first delivery from Manoj Acharya is a wide. Just warming up in his spell.
So, Doc, you saw where Tampa Tigers, they put down 8 catches out there in the field and 2 missed tumbling there. So they say catches win matches, and sometimes it can come back to haunt you.
And again, straying down the leg side, back-to-back wides. I think something similar had happened when we saw the first innings here, and there was a flurry of wide deliveries being bowled. And to get to your point, Kim, catches win matches. Absolutely, catches win matches. And there were some that were clearly put down, particularly on the mid-wicket fence.
Yes.
Some couple of them were back-to-back. And here is a hat trick of wides, 3 successive deliveries and 3 successive wides by Manoj Acharya, a feat that he would not be very proud of. He'll have to change his direction in the line. The skipper having a word with him.
Maybe he's giving back to them what they have given unto him or to the team. But that was a good delivery. He seems to be finding his line now.
Yeah, it was good to see the skipper go up to Manoj Acharya and have a word to just boost up his confidence. It's okay. You're going to get your line back. Get back into the rhythm. Forget about the previous 3 deliveries and move on.
Yes.
So this time he cuts on the offside, and the ball is headed towards the point boundary, and it stops there, and it is picked up, and they come back for 2. But my point earlier was the fielder, the captain of the team, mostly either is in the slip cordon or in the mid-off, mid-on area, because they want close communication with the bowlers, and it's good that he's standing right there at mid-off, having a word with the bowler and guiding him throughout.
Being very encouraging there, Doc, and motivating the bowler.
And this time he goes for a mighty heave and misses it completely, Leslie Daniel. We just want to remind all the viewers on MAQ TV Live that following the completion of this Tampa Tigers and Samp Army game, we will have the 3rd match of the day between the Stallions X and the CVUCC, which will be the last match of the day, the 3rd one. Oh, what a lovely stroke this one, but it's going straight to the fielder and he drops it. Oh my goodness, it was in his hands for a moment. At the last moment is popped out, but the fielder was positioned perfectly right there, as you can probably see on the replay here.
Yes, let's have a look here. Didn't have to do much there, but just get back a little, 1 step or 2 step back. It was a comfortable, he was in a comfortable position to take that catch, but he has his sunglasses on, so I don't know what he's going to say, what happened.
Yeah, there was Gareth Delaney fielding at the deep square leg fence who dropped the catch. And this time he slashes on the offside, goes straight to the fielder inside the circle, trying to pierce the gap, Leslie Daniel, but not able to, which marks the end of the 2nd over as Tampa Tigers move along to 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. Manoj Acharya, after having bowled 3 wide deliveries, settled down and conceded 5 runs total. So Kim, things kind of moving along rather slowly for the Tampa Tigers. Their goal will be not to lose the wickets and keep the momentum going.
And try to bat out the 20 over, but that is the 9th drop catch in the game so far. And we mentioned earlier that catches win matches. Maybe some commentator curse had caught him out there, Doc. They put down that one.
They certainly did. And now Nisarg Patel. Nisarg is a left-arm spinner. He has a unique action. He will be going between the umpire and the stumps, left arm around the wicket, and will angle the ball into the left-hander. But with the left-hand, right-hand combination, it could potentially pose some difficulty for the bowlers to get set with their line, as Nisarg is probably going to go left arm over to the left-hander.
And it's Leslie Daniel who is on strike. He can be aggressive.
And this one was a quicker delivery from Nisarg Patel. Nisarg has been around with the United States national team as well. And this time he again, and that misses everything. Misses probably the bat, or maybe got an inside edge. Ran behind the keeper. We'll wait for the umpire signal. It's a leg by. So a leg by is signaled as the score moves on to 11 for 1.
So you look at those two deliveries, the previous one and this one, it really kept low. Didn't rise to the batsman. It kept really low there, Doc.
Yeah, so you can see now for the right-handed batsman, Nisarg is going to go between the umpire and the stumps, left arm around the wicket. He'll try to angle the ball into the right-hander with his natural variation that he bowls. But I think what I'm seeing here is Nisarg is not giving much of a flight on that delivery. Hits the stumps and he's been given run out. He's been given run out. There was a quick single. The ball went to a backward of square leg and it was a direct hit. And that is an unfortunate run out for the Tampa Tigers.
Well, let's take a look on the replay here.
That inside edge ball goes towards square leg area, and he did not make his ground, did not ground the bat in time. And there is an unfortunate run out here, Kim, and loss of the second wicket for the Tampa Tigers.
Well, it's not looking good. You would want to take advantage of the power play, and certainly he's not happy with that decision. But he just have to go back to the dressing room, and he's gone for a duck.
Yeah, that's not a good start for the Tampa Tigers, especially when you are chasing a mammoth score of 217. You need to build partnerships, and you need aggressive partnerships.
Certainly do need to build partnership, because 217, that is a big total there. They will have to try and build that partnership. They lost 2 quick wickets there, and they have to build something that for those who are to come can capitalize on what has been there or be there.
Nisarg Patel bowling his 4th delivery of his first over from the commentator's end. And this time it's just played back to the bowler. He has not been flighting the ball as much or enticing the batsman, but going quicker through the air in this particular over. And this time he did flight the ball and appeal for a leg before, but umpire not interested. But he did beat the batsman in that particular delivery, as you see the replay here.
Yeah, check it on the replay. So it was drifting down the leg side. Didn't even bother to continue with that appeal, because he knows it was actually going down the leg side.
Yeah, that was a misfield on the part of Nisarg Patel, the last delivery of his first over that conceded a single. But yes, he tried to mix it up, a couple of flighted deliveries, and some of them trying to get the batsman to play an aerial stroke, especially when you have fielders on the fence at long on and long off. So at the end of 3 overs, it's 12 for 2. The way it looks like right now for the Tampa Tigers, it does not look good, Kim.
Not at all. The run rate is climbed. The required run rate is 12.1. They're currently going at 4. It was Leslie Daniel who walks back to the dressing room. He's gone for 4 and 2 wickets down already. Tampa Tigers, they need runs. They need a partnership, a steady one. We saw a good partnership there between Django and Charles. That was a good partnership. They put some 50-odd runs on the board.
Yes, we were on the air together, and we saw some great fireworks coming out of St. Lucia and Trinidad.
Yep, they did give them some Caribbean excitement. But 12 for 2.
A slight breeze here on the ground going from our left to the right, which would be for the viewers like from mid-wicket to the extra cover area. And missed run-up, light breeze, and I was sitting outside with Kim earlier and enjoying the lovely South Florida weather. Almost a perfect day for any kind of outdoor activity, and what a day to enjoy cricket here in Lauderhill, Florida.
Oh, yes, it is.
And they run for a quick single again. Singles are not going to make it for them. They will need boundaries and sixes if there is any semblance of a thought for a win here. But at the present time, I think winning for the Tampa Tigers would be a big ask.
They'll have to at least get at least 2 boundaries in and over.
This time he just pushes it back defensively to that delivery from Roman Walker. The required rate, Kim, is 12 runs per over, and the current run rate they have is just under 4 and over. So you can see every ball you need to get at least a couple of runs. So the rate at which they are moving, they will have to speed up their momentum. And this time there's an appeal for leg before as he went for that gap in the mid-wicket, mid-on area. There's nobody patrolling the boundary on the onside. There's one at the square leg boundary. So Syed Hassan was eyeing the onside but missed it completely on that occasion.
Yeah, the bowlers for the Samp Army, they're really bowling well, except for that one over with the wides.
And this time he pushes on the onside and they come back for 2. Syed Hassan moves on to 4.
And the run rate is at 12. The record run rate is at 12.4 now. They need another 202 runs. Another beautiful delivery there from Walker.
Walker is bowling a good line and good length and not giving much room to Syed Hussain. But Syed Hussain has to figure out, locate a target where he would want to go. The onside outside the circle is wide open, and so is the offside. We are still in the 5 overs power play, and this time he's trying to go towards the mid-wicket area but not able to connect. Mistimes his stroke, and that brings the end of the 4th over. At the end of 4 overs, 15 for 2. To win, they would need 202 more runs of 96 balls. So this equation is getting very challenging for the Tampa Tigers.
Yes, it's getting really steep here, Duck. And Walker, he's bowling good line and length, very straight. So if the batsman misses, he's going to have a hit at the stumps. And that's what the captain for the Samp Army likes the bowler to continue with, line and length and the straight. Let the batsman make the mistakes.
Our PhD of cricket commentary. Our PhD of cricket commentary, also known as Lenny, has just given me a sheet of paper that tells me that UMMC is at 6 points, the highest points amongst any team at the moment. At 4 points are 4 teams: Clarion County, Stallions Cricket Club, Stallions X, and the Samp Army. And of course, this match is not over yet. As we continue to watch Rohan Mustafa bowl his first over as they amble across for an easy single. Hani Gori on 5 and Syed Hussain on 2. Now 5 teams are at 2 points each. So the 5 teams who are at 2 points each are the Masters, Dallas, the Virginia Bears, CVU CC, and the Titans. And that is not necessarily a net run rate only. So more to come as things will continue to unfold. Tampa has 0 points, and so do the Florida Scorpions. So there you have the current position. UMMC 6, Clarion County 4, Stallions CC 4, Stallions X4, and Samp Army 4.
So, Doc, are you saying if the Samp Army win this game, which they're heading to win this game, at the end of this over, the score is 19 for 2. Oh, he's been bowled. He's been bowled there, Doc. So the third wicket has fallen. So back to what I was saying here, Doc. If Samp Army win this game, will they move into second position? Let's look at the replay. Oh, good piece of work there by the keeper. Good stumping there. That was way over him, trying to put some bat to it, but misses out. Jogged him down the wicket, and the keeper managed to stump him. So this third wicket is down. It is a 19 for 3 in over number 5. 2 deliveries to go to complete the 5th over here, Doc.
There was smart bowling by Rohan. As you saw, the batsman was attempting a premeditated stroke, and the keeper did the rest. The batsman came out, Honey came out, and he completely missed that delivery and was stumped.
Yes.
In the end, reducing the Tigers to 19 for 3. One more ball before the 5 overs are completed, but this has not been a healthy start for the Tampa Tigers in this chase of 217 to win.
Not at all. Not the start that they would have wanted. 3 wickets down, putting a lot of pressure on the batsman to come, or the batsmen to come, because they need another 198 runs for victory.
Rohan Mustafa has one more ball, and
it seems as if a wide.
One for the over from the previous delivery, which went above the head, above the shoulder height. So I don't think Rohan would be planning to bowl a similar delivery. He's a spin bowler. He's not going to bowl a bouncer. And this time he just attempting to an offside stroke, but not able to connect. So the score remains at 20 for 3. Chiranjeev Karkola is the next batsman in, and there's an appeal for a leg before, a very strong appeal. Both the keeper and the bowler were appealing. In fact, the wicketkeeper is still quite vehement about that appeal. As you can see on the replay here, he struck on the pad, and there's a strong appeal.
Not out there. So 5 overs completed here. 20 for 3 at the end of 5. They need another 197 runs for victory from 90 deliveries. Record run rate is 13.1. They're going at 4. So we have a change in the commentary box with Ivor and Sean.
Down the leg side, and the wide is being called. Signal there by the umpire. As we get into over number 6 and the last of the power play. I want to welcome back Sean.
Yes, good afternoon back, Ivor, and listeners on the YouTube and also on MAQ TV.
Well, 196 more to get from 90 balls. I'm going to put you under the gun. After this delivery, comes in bowled down the leg side, and another wide. Naughty. The waiter has gone off.
Tampa Tigers here, 21 for 3, chasing a very, very challenging total being put together by the Samp Army. And Said Hassan, 3 for 11, and Karkola, he's yet to score. And definitely been pegged back by some very, very good bowling here by the Samp Army team, Ivor.
Well, last wicket to go was Honey Gori. He took the first wicket when his turn. This one is banged into the offside. He's going to get full value. Going to get 4 for it. It was outside the off stump, short and on the back foot. He was punching. We look at it.
Looking back at the replay, short, and the batsman they cut in towards that backward point cover area and into the boundary for 4. They will need a lot more boundaries. They will need some maximum and some very big overs here, Ivo.
Yeah, it's a very, very tall order. He comes in now into the legs, and he's playing this one nicely off the legs, and is thinking 2, but 2 was never on the card. It's 27 for the loss of some 3 wickets, and the chase has been a big one. Another 200 runs been scored here by Samp Army. The Army on the charge, and as Kimberly would say, it's left, right, the government boots, boots.
Well,
you know all about that.
There
DJ.
definitely has been the team, as my good friend Lenny has said, in the tournament so far, Samp Army.
Down the leg side again. That's the third time. Guilty of going down the leg side. Giving gifts. It's really Christmas season, you know. He's giving runs away. Can we call those gifts?
Well, the Tampa Tigers will hope that the Samp Army bowlers going to continue giving gifts, because with the total they have set, a very, very challenging total, and knowing the Broward County pitch how it is and the Lauderhill, it's been a very good batting wicket, and today the Tampa Tigers batting will be tested. 28 for 3. Syed Hassan and Carcola will be looking to get a very big partnership for the team.
Yes, and welcome all viewers again, and we know we always expect a new viewer, so we'll let you know that this is the power play. I'm down the leg side again, 4 times is off the boil. Those will have been some very good deliveries to a left-hander, but because he has chose to bat right-handed, those are going down the leg side, and 10.5 times out of 9 they're going to be called a wide.
Yes, most definitely, and Roman Walker so far bowling a pretty good over, 1.2, none for 12.
And most of those are extras, believe it or not, and a 4 came off that, so you know there's quite a few dots along the way. Outside the off stump, he's guiding it into the offside. Third man comes into play. Only a single. We're into the 30s now. 30 it is.
A 5.3 and overs been bowled so far, and looking at the total that have been set by the Samp Army team, I really want to see what the Tampa Tigers batsmen will do, because so far they've been pegged back.
Okay, we're sporting the number 37 that is back. Wang! And he's playing this one into the onside. He's going to be getting 4 for that. So he's on driving to the vacant mid-wicket. Squilly gave chase.
Looking back at the replay as checking it here from the monitor. Pitched up, and the batsman there driving down towards that corner here and into the boundary for 4. Ivor, we have so many listeners. I'm actually surprised that so many actually listeners listening to us here right now in the islands of British Virgin Islands.
Oh, there you go. That's one of my favorite. This one is going down to the third man boundary, and he will get 4. So back-to-back boundaries here for him. He got the reward. He didn't intend to hit it off the edge, but over the keeper's head. And there's a third man, but he was wide, station wide, so he got
short delivery there on the batsman. They are cutting that ball down toward that third man here into the boundary for 4. As I said earlier, we have listeners from Tortola, British Virgin Islands. We have some listeners as well live right now from St. Martin.
Bang again into the offside, over the infield. He's getting runs here. 1, are they going to be settling for 1? Yes, indeed. So he's farming the strike. I think there was 2 on the card, but coming off the outer portion of the bat. And here it is where
39 for 3 after 6 overs, and the end of Roman Walker, none for 22 after 2. Guys, good afternoon to Nalini, who is listening on the app, on that MAQ TV app there on the YouTube. She says she's enjoying the commentary. And she said, DJ Shauna did not know that you actually commentate on cricket as well. So good afternoon to those people locked in on St. Martin, also in the Virgin Islands. And I have some friends as well. They're locked in as well right now in Orlando. So
there you go.
We're coming to you live here at Lauderhill. Wonderful weather here for cricket. As Tampa Tigers 29 for 3. They're chasing a very, very huge target. We'll get the target for you actually. They need 178 more runs after 84 deliveries.
Yes, we saw Johnson Charles in action. He's batting beautifully. with Django. They set the pace and they set the place alight in the first couple of overs. That's a single that was taken down to the wide long off position. So it's like a stroll in the park. But Hassan is moved on to 18 from 17. Kalkola now is getting one outside the off stump, forces it into the offside, and I would have thought with over 200 on the board, they'll have been going and pressing the advantage home to get wickets, but the field is spread, you know. Just the 4 men in the circle, they have 5 men out of the circle. I don't think these guys are going to really get that, and no need for that, but what do I know?
Well, they definitely need to get a move on, because that run rate, that required run rate 13 exact right now.
So he did side Hassan, a local boy. He hits a big punch. He packs a big punch.
Well, definitely
so
didn't need to pack a big punch in this chase as well.
Yeah, I think they know him. He's it going out to the cover sweeper on the back foot, getting one. Hassan, yes, he surely hits a long ball.
Patel keeping it very, very tight so far. 1.5, none for 4.
Yes, left arm distance, dead on, spot on. That's good bowling as that over comes to an end. It's a good one.
42 for 3 here. As the Tampa Tigers looking to get a move on and looking to get some big overs. And Samp Army will definitely be the happy team so far after scoring over 200 odd. And the second game, Ivor, I know you were telling me about the second game that is actually coming up. I'm actually looking forward to see that second game as well, right after this one. The third game.
Third game, yes, indeed. But like I said, we'll discuss this one before safe now, because I think it's going to be like climbing Mount Everest to get to the total. They still need another 175, but they only have 78 deliveries in which to do so.
Most definitely, and these two batsmen, as they come down to mid-pitch, they have a chat. They're probably going to say, hey, you know what, let us set a little goal, what goal they want to be in the 10th over, and take it from there. But Samp Army as well, you have to give them some credit. They have come out, they have bowled a good line, they have bowled a good length, and their fielders has been amazing as well. And Samp Army bowling right now, they're on top of the game, and Tampa Tigers just need to get a move on.
Yes, indeed. Well, a partnership of some 22, they've realized 22, they need to really keep that going, preserve the wicket outside the off stump. The slow one, he was playing over that one. Ball died and him going to the wicket keeper, but he was trying to really get it into the offside and trying to get at least a boundary. It's always good to start the over, you know, with a boundary when you're chasing such huge targets.
Yes, bowler there, Manoj Acharya, 1.1, none for 5 so far, as the target 175 more after 77 deliveries. So very, very challenging target indeed.
Yes, indeed. Well, Acharya, let's see what he has outside the off stump, and he's playing with the under edge and plays it back along the track to the bowler. So we have 2 dots on the trot.
And very, very quiet here at the Barward Stadium, as the batsman just trying to get the impetus into the Tampa innings. Tampa Tigers need some runs and need them very, very quickly and very fast.
Yes, as the shadows lengthen here on day number 6, he's playing it with soft hands, and they know how to get one out, it seems. So they scamper through for a single, but they're going to need much more than that.
Yes, much more than that. The bowling have been very, very tight once again, and Manoj Acharya hitting that line and length, and not giving that batsman room to cut, not giving him that position to pull as well.
Well, this time he's playing, he's bowled them, he's cleaned him up, and this one he's playing right across all the marbles. His off stump is blocked out of the ground, and we'll see this on replay, and you'll describe it for us.
Well, just as I was saying the ball before, Ivor, as we wait on the replay, Acharya there, the bowling have been very good, as I said, from the Samp Army. They have bowled that nagging line, nagging length, and they have made the Tampa Tigers batsmen, you know, they are lost right now as we wait on that replay. Tampa Tigers 43 for 4, as the replay is coming up now, and looking at it. pitched up and Beauty all ends up the batsman there, Deceive, and stumps a cartwheeling as Tampa Tigers 43 for 4. And Ivan, I know you've been watching all the international games what's been happening. You know, we had India playing Bangladesh this morning. Kishan, he scored 200 odd. Virat Kohli, he scored another 100. And then we had the West Indies versus Australia game. Well, you know, it's very disappointed to see again the West Indies not showing any fight at all. And I expect that the test match to be probably finished maybe by lunch. Your predictions in that second test?
Well, it's over with the shout, I can say that. But I think these guys should be playing for pride at least. We have Devon Thomas, he's at the wicket, been called up. Jason Holder, former captain. They need to just stay and bat until the cows come home. This one is played back along the track. Offensively, the new batter is Yadram. He's there to accompany Said Hassan.
Yes, and 43 for 4, Bhaskar Yadram. I've always heard a lot about this guy here with his bowling, his batting, his all-round ability.
Outside the off stump, and this one goes through to the wicket keeper. Takes it low down, a swing and a miss, as they would say in baseball. So all of 217 were made by the Samp Army, and that has been the highest total in this tournament so far.
Highest total indeed, and as I said, the first 6 overs, Johnson Charles and the opener there set the game up for Jangru for the rest of batsmen to score. And they did that. They take the advantage of some very poor bowling and fielding. And Tampa Tigers has been rocked back at 43 for 4.
As we continue this time, in the manner we're talking about test match cricket, and Hassan has showed us how to play first-class cricket. So I guess they've given up this chase, but you've got to respect good balls. He comes forward and he's on the back foot and playing, cutting outside the off stump and missing. You know that he's on TV. This time he's cutting, splitting point and extra cover, but cover sweeper gets in the way. He runs to his left, just a single. Snesaj Patel, he's in his 3rd over, and he's really been miserly. Just 4 runs coming from his 2 overs and 2 balls. On the back foot and another dot. He's really bowling tight. He has them in a vice grip.
A very tight bowling indeed here by Patel. Putting the screws on the Tampa Tigers here, Ivo.
Yes, he's turning the screws. And, he's on the back foot, he's punching, taking his time, and think they have all of tomorrow to get to 217. Don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe not in this millennium. Not going to get to 217 batting that way, pal. But it's good to be on camera. He comes forward again and head well down in the approved fashion as that over comes to an end, and again
45 for 4 after 9 overs as Patel none for 6 after 3 overs. Very miserly indeed. Patel putting the squeeze here on the Tampa Tigers. Bhaskar Yadram won the all-rounder from Guyana, and Said Hassan 21 from 27 as the required run rate 15.6. Current run rate is scoring at only 5, and these 2 batsmen need to get a move on. But gotta say credit to the Samp Army as well. And now you have some news to share with us, Iva.
Yeah,
always good news.
Yeah, we gave some points earlier, so we'll continue that shortly with the other groups. Outside the off stump, and he's playing it gingerly to the point position. Masters there on 2 points. They would have won just 1 game. Dallas 2 points. We have the Bears 2 points on the back foot again, and point comes into play once more. And the CVU, they won 2 points. Titans on 2 points. Well, the Tampa, they're playing now. They're yet to get a win. And this time he's punching off the back foot. That's a good-looking stroke. He's going to get 4.
Very good shot there by the batsman. Yeah, look for the replay, but that was a classic. And Bhaskar Yadram with that boundary. As I see here on the replay, short outside the off stump, batsman goes cut, and fielder had no chance and into the boundary for 4.
Yes, as I was saying, now the two Florida teams, they have yet to win a game. Outside the off stump, back along the track. So that's a good comeback from the bowler there. So Tampa is no points. And the Florida Scorpions also no points. This time he's edging past the keeper. Third man is giving chase. He's running for all it's worth. Going to pick it up just inside of the boundary ropes. Meantime, the batters would, of course, for 2.
So Tampa Tigers in this over getting some runs. They actually got a boundary in the ball before. And 2 more will score as the 5th is up. The 5th is up for the Tampa Tigers. They are 51 for 4 with 1 delivery remaining in over number 10. As coming forward there and defense at the end of the over. 10 overs has been completed here at the Broward Stadium. Tampa Tigers, they are 51 for 4 with Bashkar Yadram 7 and Said Hassan on 21.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're at the halfway mark in terms of overs, but we're a long way from home. Halfway of 217.
Yes, and Tampa Tigers, they've been rocked back to back for here after Samp Army that require rate 16.6 as we're getting ready for our 2 commentators who will be George.
So George will be accompanying Ivor Henry. So we're going to have a bowling change from this, the southern end, as we're changing commentary. So Sean would have left us and made way for Big George.
Thank you, Ivor. Once again, thanks our viewers.
So Delaney, he comes in and he takes a wicket with his first delivery. My word. And you would have taken a wicket as soon as you get into the com box. How lucky.
And have you been saying a lot, Ivor? That's another George. Saeed Hassan did not last very long. Gary Delaney, first ball, and the Tampa Tigers are not doing very well here.
Yes, well, it's all going the Samp Army's way, 51 for 5. So Hassan is gone for 21 from 28. He tried to muscle that one into the offside. Can go no further than extra cover into the safe hands. And this brings the new batter. It's going to be Mario Laban.
And he's definitely going to have to do something extraordinary because that total, 166 runs required with just 59 balls. The required run rate is now up to 16.9.
All right, well, here we go. We will continue here as Tampa Bay Tigers trying to climb Mount Everest. 217 been scored on the board by Samp Army. This time he's in the air. He's coming towards the long off. That he should have been up in the circle. There's a new batter in. You have got to maybe just crowd him a little bit. All of the 5 fielders that are afforded outside of the 30-yard circle are all back on the boundary ropes. Need some pressure on the back foot, and there's going to be a single. As this one is played on the onside out to long on for a single.
And yes, just another single. And if they're hoping to get this run, singles are definitely not going to do it, Ivor.
No, not at all. They're going to need some boundaries on the back foot, left alone outside the off stump. It was a good delivery. Was probably in 2 minds, and in the end decided to leave that one alone outside the off stump. I will not get involved with that one. So a wicket on the first delivery. Hassan back in the hut. Bowling back of the arm outside the off stump, keeping a bit low, going through to the keeper, and again can't score.
And Mario has faced 3 deliveries, and so far he's only had 1 single.
Comes again, bowled from the back of the hand, and this time he's going aerial. He's coming towards us. There's a man down there. He gets under it, and he's not going to be taking the catch. It's fell well short of him.
Yes, because he hit that very straight over the bowler's head, and they made the fielder in the long on position was not able to make that long run, and as a result, only 3 runs was able to come off that over, a wicket and 3 runs.
Yes, indeed. So, folks, we're going to have another match after this, so we want you to stick and stay. You're viewing MAQ TV. Call up a friend. We understand there are quite a bit of viewers in the British Virgin Islands, St. Martin, in the Orlando area, all fans of Sean, who just left the box. So just tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that cricket is here, and it's going to be here up until Tuesday, until the 13th. So we're still in the preliminary rounds. As of tomorrow, we're into the quarterfinals. So stick and stay. Lovely cricket is still... Ooh, he's allowed appeal and given.
Another wicket again.
And from a first delivery of an over, it's a pattern now for the Samp Army. Their first deliveries are getting wickets. Let's have a look.
And it's Abraham Pinnier who was the top scorer in on the bat from Samp Army. Yes, that was straight, and the dreaded slow finger comes up, and after 11.1 overs, score is now 54 for 6.
Yeah, pretty easy decision for the umpire, hitting the back foot in front of a leg stump, and umpire gave the Buckner decision there where he takes his time and weighs that dreaded finger. But nonetheless, batsman has got to make his way back to the pavilion. 54 for 6. Do you think they're going to be making 100?
Doesn't look at it. It doesn't look well for them at this moment. One of a batter is going to have to come out and be super aggressive.
Well, Samit can hit a long ball as well, so I can tell you that. Samit Siddiqui, he can hit a long ball, but let's see if he have it in him. He would have dropped a few catches, 2 catches in the field, so he's got to make that up in his batting to show his worth. Make sure that the selectors would say, well, we have to pick him for his batting, maybe not his fielding and catching. He's off the mark, into the offside.
Yes, he stroked that gently into the cover region where they scamper through for a single. And singles, we know Ivor is definitely not going to make that 218.
No, not at all. This time he's into his forward defense and plays it nicely, sweetly out to extra cover, but still can't score. The shadows are lengthening here at the Broward County Stadium. So we'll soon be on the lights. He's sweeping. He's pulling out the boom. He's sweeping well. There's a man down there, but he's not going to get to it. There is a boundary. Well-needed boundary there. He rolled the wrist over. I'll let you do that. We'll see that on the replay.
Yes. Finally, an aggressive stroke was employed by the batter, and they were able to get a good score from a ball.
They took it right off the and middle stump, but you've got to take your chances. Quicker one, and he's put down. It was a sharp chance in the first slip, just what the doctor ordered. We said they need to have men in catching position. It came off the bat, and you can see in the replay. You can describe this,
right? And you can see that the fielder, he was, and both the fielder and the bowler are smiling because he was shocked that he didn't take that, but they could smile at that. Because it is 12 overs, it's only 59 for 6, and so they're in a strong position, so they could allow for a drop catch.
Well, not when you're on TV. You don't want to be dropping catches on TV. Hey, there it is. It came pretty sharp, I can tell you that. It would have been a reflex catch, but that's what you're there for. You're in the slips not to save a boundary. You're in the slips to take a catch. Well, it's going to be Pinar in his 4th and final over. This one goes to extra cover and can't score. Abraham Pina has gone so far
It's actually Gareth Delaney who is bowling this over. And he's bowled 1.1 over so far. It's only given up 3 runs. And the batter stormed down the pitch, but he was not able to get any run from that.
Bowling back of the hand again on the back foot, and he's trying to play it in. It did play it into the offside, but came from on the edge, and he can only get a single.
Yes, once again, singles are definitely not going to do this, Ivor. At 60 for 6 from 12.3 overs. Foregone conclusion.
Yes, indeed. Well, Delaney comes in second delivery in this over, and he wrapped him on the pad, on the back foot. And we'll have a look at that. The umpire says not out. He says no.
And I'm sure Bashar was so he thought for sure he might have been gone, but he's a tall man, and as a result,
this one is turned around corner, and they're gonna run 2 runs.
Yes.
So Delaney a little disappointed not getting that appeal going his way, and for that he straight down the leg side and tickled around the corner for 2. But the umpire is in the best position to say not out. He thought it might have been going over. Yes, it did hit him on the back foot, but this time he's going after him outside the off stump, cutting, missing. As that over comes to an end, one with a little bit of excitement.
Yes, still only gave up 3 runs in that over. So Gareth Delaney still has bowled 2 overs, and he's still only given up 6 runs. End of 13, still only 62 for 6. The run rate is now climbed to a massive 22.1.
Yes, indeed. And again, like we said, the shadows are lengthening. Day number 6. We go into day number 7 tomorrow, Sunday. We're in the Christmas season here. It's Christmas time. We're not too far away from Christmas. Do you partake in Christmas?
Oh yes, I do. I have 13 grandkids, therefore absolutely have to do Christmas shopping.
So do you have 1 Christmas tree at home or 2? Because you have to have a Christmas tree to hold all these gifts now.
I know that you usually leave that to the wife.
Okay, good answer. Well, here's going to be Pinar again from the far end, left arm bowling round, and he plays it back along the track. On the onside, he fields and can't score.
Another dot ball.
So Tampa Bay Tigers, they need to be rowing. This time he's playing it to point again and can't score. The slip is still in place, so they attack him with the slip. And there's a point that the ball just went through. And there's a man in the 45. So they're hoping for... This time he's pulling this one down. In and out of the man down there in the deep mid-wicket area. My word. He sat there for an eternity. And when he got there, he put it down. We'll see this on the replay.
Once again, if it's an easy catch, they're probably going to drop it. If it's a hard catch, they'll take it. Yes. Hits it straight to the fielder, and he drops it.
And in the meantime, there's a dot that goes into the scores book. That, in the meantime, while that was being replayed, once it spins on, it goes quickly. This time he's going after him again. He's beating point. There's deep extra cover. They're going to be getting two easy ones.
Yes. 65 for 6 from 13.5 overs. Run rate is now, the required run rate is now up to 24.6.
As delivery, stroking this one nicely into extra cover, but can't score. As that over comes to an end, the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium, it's 65 for 6.
And Bashar Yadaram is on 16 from 20, and Sadiq is on 3 from 8. Very, very slow going here.
Well, the overs are rolling. They're not going slow at all. 14 would have gone, and this match is out of the reach of the Tampa Tigers. 217 made by Samp Army, and now they're defending it. And outside the off stump, turning with some big turn there. And he would have turned after he would have passed the batter. I think that's what the umpire is saying. So Samit was looking to hear that was wide. It did give me a fair chance to play a proper cricketing stroke. Outside the off stump again, and he's on the back foot playing it into the offside. Again, can't score, goes to point.
Yeah, once again, 2 dot balls. No, which makes the required run rate even higher, 26.8.
Yes, well, Delaney it is now. Only 6 runs given up. He's going in the air. He's coming towards the long on. And it's gone for 6.
Finally, an aggressive stroke by the batter. He charges down Sadiq charges down the ground and was able to get a 6 from that one. Hoiked that over long on and was able to get a good hit from his bat on that.
Well, I did say that Sammy can pack a punch. He can play the long ball. And he's bringing out his ways now. Again, he's on the back foot and he's playing this one into the offside. Getting a single. So way 6 coming off the bowling of Gareth Delaney. Leg byes, it is. Signal there by the umpire.
Score is now up to 72 for 6 from 14.4.
Outside the off stump, he's cutting and missing, taken there by the wicket keeper. So he had a big swing. It was one that should have really caught up too. He'll have been looking good going to the offside, especially if he would have gone for 4. But in he comes now, the bowls, Delaney. And he's swinging this one in the air. He's getting all of it. He's going over to the deep mid-wicket and he's out of here. 6 more.
We have a change in commentary.
So we'll have a look again and we play. This time he's pulling, he's getting down on one knee and he's getting all of it. And at the end of that over, it's going to be a double change in the come box.
Well, welcome back to the Broward County Stadium. Beginning of the 16th over as Sami Sadiq cuts deep to point and they come across for a single. And the score ambles along to 79 for 6. Bhaskar 22 and Sami Sadiq I apologize, at 10.
The required rate is 29.4, and it's Gareth Delaney, 3 overs, 1 for 18. He was good. Nisar Patel has been really miserly. He has been stingy. He has reminds me of so many of my friends. As it's conceded just 8 runs.
Yeah, Nisarg.
Not you, of course.
Yes, thank you, Vinod, for making it very clear. Nisarg is now going left arm around the wicket. Nisarg has changed ends. He was bowling from the commentator's end and now he's going other side. As you said, he's been miserly and he's been bowling quite flat. Like, occasionally he will flight the ball, but most of the times he's just going quick through the air. And his stock delivery is the arm ball that he bowls so well. Of course, Nisarg plays for the United States national team, and this time he cuts it to deep point as they come across for a single. We know that this time, I think it's a question of the Tampa Tigers batsmen enjoying themselves.
Well,
this is a good experience for them.
Well, it could only be that because they have really not come to the party in this tournament. 82 for 6. You look at it, and Bhaskar Yardram is out there. Yardram, of course, played for the West Indies under 19 many years ago, and he has probably settled up here now. 82 for 6 after 16.
Yeah, I think this is a tournament that has it provides opportunities for teams like the Tampa Tigers to play with one of the best teams, Samp Army, and get an experience in this US tournament. Granted, there are some inequalities in the quality of the teams, but at the end of the day, it's also about having some fun, enjoyment, getting experience to some of the players who are not professionals.
Well, it's good that the local guys could get an opportunity to rub shoulders with some of the international stars. That's a fine stop down there. They're going to go back for 2 as Delaney is bowling his 4th and final over. So Samp Army has recorded 3 wins in 3 matches. Definitely into the quarterfinals now. And it gives an opportunity for even some of the Samp men to get a game, because some has not. Outside the off, some cracked well again, straight to the sweeper.
That's a good looking shot from Bhaskar, tall guy, as he moves on to 27, and Gareth Delaney going through his overs rather quickly. This time he flights, and Sami Sadiq drives towards the onside, coming down the wicket, not able to place the ball. There's a fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary, long on, and a square leg. So 3 fielders on the onside, right on the fence.
Well, looking at that last delivery, credit to Sami Sadiq. He was looking to go down the ground and adjusted at the last moment and kept it on the ground. This one has not been kept on the ground. That's a big hit. And that goes over long off for 6.
Yeah, that is a lovely shot by Bhaskar Yadaram. As you will see on the replay here, he waited for the ball to come on. An open stance there and whack of the bat. And as Tony Gray would say, out she goes.
Short, he's back and whips as he was pushing that one in a little quicker. Monarch, who is in an unfamiliar position, which is cow corner. Normally Monarch has the pads on as a wicket keeper.
Yeah, he was off the field for a little bit, but then came back on.
So the brilliant orange of the Samp glistening under the sunshine here in Florida.
That's the end of the 17th over, 94 for 6. I think what I was mentioning earlier is, think about somebody like Prahlad. I mean, he's going to remember this man for the rest of his life.
Yes, he got, all the fun we've had, take nothing away from the guy. He's made an attempt. He spent his money putting this team together, and he has been rewarded with a big wicket, a wicket of Johnson Charles. I think Prahlad would remember that for the rest of his life.
Like in golf.
And half of the next.
Just like in golf. If you have a round of golf, you shoot 110, 120 on a round of golf, you will remember that one birdie that you had. That is all you will remember. You will not remember your other 115 strokes that you had, which may have been quite poor.
Yeah.
But it's all about creating memories, and this is what this tournament does. It creates memories for a lot of these players who are not professionals full-time, but they are enjoying themselves. And that is the key.
Well, they're playing with professionals, and that will definitely help them. Sami Sadiq looking to hoik this one. That's 4. So very welcome boundary there by Sami Sadiq.
He got a thick inside edge as the ball raced away to the deep fine leg fence for 4. Sami Sadiq on 17, Bhaskar Yadaram on 34, and Manoj Acharya has 1 wicket so far in his spell so far. The Tampa Tigers move on to 98 for 6.
Cracked away powerfully there by Sadiq, but there is protection on the cover boundary. And the next game, you'll see the CVUCC against Stalin X. Stay tuned for that. And the expert commentary of Dr. Mehta. Driving, yeah, drum, having a net, so to speak, here.
So Florida has now become second home for you, Mr. Mamchan. When you come here, do you miss Trinidad?
Obviously, you always miss your home, your family, but this has been a long trip, but normally it's just for a couple of days. Caught away again by Siddiq, just forward of the man at cover. He dives nicely and keeps it down to 1. Sammy Siddiq has also enjoyed himself, hasn't really done anything of tremendous note that the fans will be lining up to see. But what he has done is has not let himself down. He has performed well within his capabilities, and I think it's, as you rightfully said, memories he will take back with him to Orlando.
Another thing I wanted to comment was the fielding of Samp. I mean, even there's been tremendous commitment in the field. As the previous delivery you saw, Monank is standing at the extra cover boundary line, and you could see his commitment to field the ball right there and whipping throw back to the bowler.
Well, if you look at it, Jaunty Rhodes, no less a man than Jaunty Rhodes, is attached to Samp. So at some point in time, you expect to see the fielding level of the different teams that the franchise puts out. It will increase. This Samp is really mushrooming to be a really big franchise.
And I think when you get guidance and coaching from people who have been there, done that, and they teach you the right kind of technique, it's so important. The key for these younger players is to ensure that they maintain their fitness level and remain less injury prone, because we've seen a spate of injuries in international cricket nowadays.
That's a good delivery. Right up. I'm not wishing anything on any of the players, but I would have liked to have seen my friend Prahlad Madhubishi get a little knock today. This is it. Whipped away by Yajram, and he's dropped him. We just spoke about the fielding, and that was an example. That was not good.
Yeah, that was not a good fielding. It was Manoj Acharya on the square leg boundary that dropped that catch. You can see here.
So Samp into the quarterfinals. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to their owner, Mr. Ritesh Patel, as well. Ritesh Patel himself, a cricketer. He plays in the Legends tournament. This is hoiked away, just short of the fielder. And that's one more. And, Rohan Mustafa is asking the fielder what happened there. Why didn't he make an attempt to catch the ball? He's indicating that the sun was in his eyes. Look at it. Every man is standing akimbo with their hands akimbo because they can't believe the effort.
Yeah.
Really, really poor effort out there.
And the umpires seem to be consulting with each other at the moment. The shadows are lengthening right on the ground. In fact, the entire square is completely covered at the present time in the shade as Rohan Mustafa continues his second over.
Oh, that's a good delivery. He nearly yorked Sammy Siddiq, who goes on now to 21.
So you had an experience with Jaunty Rhodes. What was your experience like with Jaunty, and how he coached the boys?
Well, Jaunty likes to work with coaches. He doesn't really work with the players, because his philosophy is that if I work and impart knowledge onto the coaches, they would be able to spread that further than just the individual player. He was giving me an example where in India, where he was working with the Mumbai Indians, you will go and teach these guys in India, because the squads are big. So the Indian element in the squad, you go earlier and you work with them. You teach them certain fielding drills and certain fielding techniques. He said by the next year you go back for IPL again. It's as if you never spoke to them. But if you leave that knowledge with the coach, they would be able to carry it on and to impart that knowledge on to anyone who is willing to listen to them.
See, good players do not necessarily become good coaches, but I think John T. Rhodes is an exception. I would imagine, and we'll talk more about it in a second.
Siddiq just stops this away on the offside. Gets one more.
Because you have a coach has to have the ability to explain it in a simplistic manner to the batsman or the bowler, so they can have a very simple understanding and be able to execute that. And here is going for a massive heave on the onside, probably brushes the pad and runs down to the fine leg boundary. We'll wait for the umpire's signal.
There was some bat onto that.
Bat onto that, so it's 4 runs.
Let's have a look again. Well, he was very lucky. That one went in between bat and pad.
Yeah, it was an attempted helicopter shot, I thought, for a second.
Without a blade.
Yes.
Yeah, jump.
44.
Yeah, you can probably get a half century here. Yes, that's a big hit. Clobbers this one. That brings up the half century, does it? Let's wait. The fielder is signaling 4. Let's wait on the umpire, and he goes up to the heavens. So that's a half century there to Bhaskar Yadram, the former West Indies youth player. Yes, going down and clobbering and walking into the shot.
There's a well-constructed 50 for Bhaskar. Well played, young man. And even though it was a tough challenge for the Tampa Tigers to chase this score, this 50 means a lot. And he does it again. He goes deep towards the mid-wicket fence as they walk across for an easy single. 2 more balls left in this second match. Third match, that is the day-night affair, is going to be between CVU-CC against the Stallions X. So after all the regular matches are played, the top 8 teams will go on into the playoffs.
In case you're wondering what's the required rate, it's 291.
Thank you for that very important piece of information, Mr. Mamchan.
121 for 6. This is a massive win for the Army. They shot them right up to the top of the standings. They will be going into the quarterfinals as the number 1 team.
Yeah, this Army has attacked big time.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Well, with that, that brings up a comprehensive win for the Samp Army as they have completely decimated the Tampa Tigers here. And in this afternoon match, the Tampa Tigers 122 for 6 in their 20 overs. Bhaskar Yadam was the saving grace for the Tampa Tigers. Here's the scorecard. Leslie Daniel out for 4, Saad Lavai for 4, Syed Hassan scored 21 of 28, Hani Gori 5 of 6, Chiranjeevi Karkola 2 of 6 balls, Bhaskar Yadram, the star of the Tampa Tigers, 52 of 38 deliveries, Mario Loban 2 for 5, and Sami Sadiq played very well for his 23 of 26 balls. The bowling, Vinod?
Yeah, well, if we can just see the bowling now. There it is. Pina, Jacob Ospina, 4 overs, 2 for 19. Definitely the man of the match after scoring his half century as well. Manu Jacharya, 1 for 30. And Isaac Patel, miserly, 4 overs, none for 10. That was brilliant. Roman Walker, 2 overs, none for 22. Ron Mustafa had 1 for 9 of 2. And Garrett Delaney, 1 for 30. 122 for 6. So victory for the Samp Army. And remember, at 5:30, you can join us for the CVUCC against Stallion X.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
So you go get.
Yeah.
No, 70. Yeah. Well, welcome to the match presentation ceremony for match number 17. And we have at the presentation party Stephen, who is part of our sponsorship group. Also the chairman of CCUSA, Mohammed Qureshi. And of course our man of the match today, Abraham Jacobus Pina. He scored 64 for Samp Army and also took 2 for 17 for good measure. Their victory was a massive victory against the guys from Tampa, the Tampa Tigers. So they've won all 3 matches. Mark Qureshi is here, and he will present the Man of the Match award to Jacob Ospina.
Well played.
And also we have Stephen, who will present him with sunshades. And well, Obi, wonderful performance. You're also leader of the team, winning all 3 matches.
Yeah, we're happy with that. I think we obviously came here to get to the playoffs, and we've done that, so we're happy with our performance.
And going into the playoffs now, you're going in as the #1 team, and that should give you tremendous confidence.
Yeah, I think we can take a lot of confidence from it, but now it's knockout, so anything can happen, so we have to play good cricket going forward.
And tell me, your stint in Abu Dhabi at the Abu Dhabi T10, how did that help coming into this tournament?
Yeah, I think it just gives you confidence to see that you get recognised and you can make the step up there. Obviously didn't play a lot, but trained with the boys, so it just gives you confidence when you come back to the US.
We want to wish you all the best. Continue to play well.
Thanks a lot, appreciate it.
Well, that was Jacob Ospina, who was the star of today's match number 17. Well, it's not every day you come to the US Open and you see a performance that gives you 100 runs within 20 overs. We saw that from Navampreet Singh in match number 3. Playing for CVUCC, he scored 100. And that is something that you want to recognize. He was the man of the match in that game. The chairman himself is here, MAQ, and he will be presenting him a trophy. Navampreet collects his trophy from the chairman Qureshi and also from our sponsor who has the sunshades for you. I don't think you'll use the sunshades tonight, but that is for you as well. Talk us through that century.
Yeah, it was great. You know, the ball was coming at the bat. It was my first game at this ground. Yeah, and it was night game, and I don't play night games. But I mean, I was hitting the ball big. Everything went good. Got one chance, but still did good.
You love batting here?
Yeah, I like it. It gives us a lot of confidence, you know. The ball comes straight. It doesn't move much nowadays, or maybe it does here and there. But, you know, at the nights, the ball looks bigger, so it's easy. Maybe it's my confidence, you know, but it's easy to bat here, I guess.
First time at the US Open. Tell us what you think about this tournament and what you think this tournament has done for US cricket.
Yeah, this tournament have given a lot of platform for a lot of players who are playing currently in USA. Like Ali Khan, he got to KKR, just Karan Malhotra, and a few more guys. It's good, you know. This is the biggest tournament here, happening every year, and it's happening since there's no cricket. So you know, this is where cricket started in USA. So it feels good to be here.
Well, we have the chairman here with us as well, and we just asked him to say a few words. Mark, wonderful feat this century.
First of all, a congrats to him because this is the first century for the 2022 US Open, and hopefully, you know, like we saw them good shots and good batting from him, and good start for his teams also. So he's always recognizing in US Open, and 2022 first century has been made by him. So it's a good honors to him himself, and very confident. So looking forward to the next game. So hopefully he will do the repeatedly and will be play one of the stars.
Well, we are looking forward to see Mr. Singh as we move forward, Navampreet Singh, and hopefully, in not only this year, this is his first year, hopefully he will be here for many years to come, bringing joy to our cricket supporters.
MAQ Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqtv.com. Our latest project for investment, Cedar Creek Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina at exit 49 on I-95, 4825 Windsor Place, Pomfret, Maryland, Charles County, 511 West Bridge Road, Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayette County.
Trying to get this thing up in North Carolina, the cricket stadium. We're going to have those similar matter with the Sharjah Stadium. We come to watch this thing, how the Sharjah Stadium go. It's a huge facility, but we'll have the space. 72 acre we're building on the North Carolina. It's an I-95, is one of the stadium like Sharjah